Okay, we're live again. All right, now let's test the quality again. I'm not going to bother trying to record. I'm just going to stream. It would not let the stream. I had to like recreate the stream. It wouldn't let me change to low latency from ultra low latency. It's like once you start streaming, you're locked in. Can you guys hear me? How's the stutter factor? Is our FPS fairly smooth right now? I know there's going to be a massive delay now between me getting your chat and everything, because you're going to hear me several seconds behind. Oh yeah, I'm watching the delay as I just ran ahead and haven't moved an inch. Okay, there we go. Sound is good. Sound is good. No stutter. All right, and then here's right around where the stutter kicks in after just a couple of minutes. All right, I'm not going to hit record this time and risk it. I'm just going to, it's going to be a pain to get the edited videos up, but we'll cross a bridge when we get to it. And more important that you guys can hear me right now. So let me start the Elgato capture here. All right, there, that thing's going. Okay, welcome guys. Sorry for the late start and the issues. I think maybe some of my hardware took some damage in the little electric outage time to get myself a battery backup. I thought I had a decent surge protector, but it turns out I did not, because it did some bad things to my computer. But it looks like we're squared away as best as we can right now. Normal intro. So for those of you guys who are new to the stream, I am very bad at paying attention to a lot of things at once. So I have found what works best for me is to pay attention to the game for the first half of the stream, and then switch gears and pay attention to you guys for the rest of it. And we'll do kind of live Q&A and whatnot. But for the beginning, if you want to catch my attention, or even throughout, even later, make sure you put @KingGath in your messages, because there's so much chat going on, it's hard for me to keep track of it all. So if you want me to answer a question or something. But if you want to guarantee, there are two ways to guarantee I answer a question. One is obviously Super Chat. I'm going to shout those out. You guys are helping to fund the production of the mod. All that money goes back into the mod. I do not keep it for myself for living expenses or anything. It's all going back into funding the development. So if you want me to shout you out and read your question, no matter where I'm at, I'll do that. Those do catch my attention, even when I'm deep into a play session, especially during load screens or when when a character's talking to me. Otherwise, once it gets to that, I'm gonna go probably a little late. Probably gonna go till 11 tonight before I switch to Q&A, since I'm going solo tonight. Didn't really get a chance to organize with anybody, and I want to get through all of CPD tonight if we can. Also, I think I can start a couple of other things. I actually have one quest I can show you guys that I bet most of you haven't seen yet. Because it was bugged and I have it fixed now. So beyond that, the only other warning I like to give is I do tend to ramble on and get distracted. So if that bothers you and you just want gameplay, then tune back in on Monday when we do an edited version of this video with most of that cut out to just focus on the gameplay. All right, so first up, let's say thank you, Jason Lokrantz, for that super chat. So glad you stuck with it tonight. I need my weekly KG. Right on. Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna give up. There's no way of that. I love doing this. This is a lot of fun. It's a nice relaxing time, because this is the one night of the week I actually force myself to stop in game. When I'm like on a roll with development, which I kind of am right now with Chapter 3 stuff and some of the post-launch content, I will sometimes just find myself like I never took a break for a week. I just no downtime for gaming or anything or relaxing, and this is one exception to that. So this is nice. And this last week, I've been grinding hard on new systems for Chapter 3. Of the those of you guys who are on the $10 plus Patreon have seen some clips of some of the stuff I've been working on. Because yeah, we got healthy amounts of patch content underway. We've got Chapter 3 stuff underway. It's all coming together. All right, let's head over here. So what I want to do is, I'm definitely gonna do. Let's see, we're not gonna do hostile. I think last time we were on, I said I was gonna do hostile takeover, but I changed my mind. I want to do some of this side quest stuff first, because as soon as we do hostile takeover, then we kick in the non-stop raids from the gunners, and I'm not ready for that. So we're gonna work on CPD, and then also I remembered that I never finished the Thompson's conversation, because for whatever reason it didn't trigger, so I'm gonna go see if that is working now. And after that happens, I should have everything completed to trigger the last Concord character. So there's actually another character that I think most of you haven't seen yet that was bugged. The startup trigger just wasn't happening, and I fixed it, and I have the 2.03 patch installed already. I've got the beta of it. So we should be able to see that last character. So I'll be showing you guys some content that's never been seen outside of the team and the alpha and beta testers. So spoiler alerts. All right, let's go see if we can get the Thompson conversation to work. It sounded like the Raiders respawned in Concord there.
I like that Jake and
Here we
himself
go.
are fixing things up around
right
here.
without him around.
You guys both had to comment on Jake there.
Oh,
All right.
hello.
Here it goes.
We are so glad you could make the time to come and see us. Dad, look who's come to visit.
Oh, right. It's the hunter who stole my trophy. Hunting has been my life for so many years that I get a bit ornery when someone comes between me and my prey.
Come on, tell me the whole story. Who were you before all this?
I've been hunting ever since I could hold a rifle. And up until recently, I've never had a problem bagging my kills. But lately, nothing seems to go my way. And your Deathclaw back there was the straw that broke this camel's back. Ruby and I have been traveling these parts to find somewhere safe to build a home again.
Kenneth, if you have a Nightingale quest duck, I would. All I can say is try rolling back, see if it goes. Try talking to her. Try talking to Lydia. But otherwise, I'd say you probably got to post on the forum, see if anybody has a fix for it. I literally played through that quest yesterday. I didn't have a problem, but you know, anything can go awry with patches and whatnot. I might have accidentally fixed it when doing stuff in 2.03 since I'm playing on a later patch than you guys.
And has promised me he will retire after he has bagged them. Isn't that right, Daddy?
That's right, darling.
Well, it was real nice of you coming to visit, and we hope to be able to show you some impressive kills of our own soon. Thanks for listening to our tale. We haven't had much in the way of friends for quite a while now. This is a welcome change of pace. And feel free to stay as long as you'd like. There's extra iguana soup if you're still hungry. It's Dad's favorite.
This is funny. I think this one you can take, but there's more on the table over there. I think it's flagged as owned because the way the world repopulation system works is we assign a. Oh, they're going outside. Wait, what time of the day is it? Maybe they're heading to. Oh yeah, it's church time. They're heading off to see the pastor. We have the way the world repop system works is if there's more than one NPC living in a home, it randomly assigns them a faction, like we call it a family faction. So there's like code that says like fetch family, and then all the items get marked as owned by those characters, so that they'll kind of act as a group. So we're gonna take this hunter list, which explains where to find some of the characters that or some of the MP. So if you get this quest in here, it's like a miscellaneous objective. Hunt for other trophy animals around the Commonwealth, and that document has some tips on where to find them. I know where to find. Well, I think I know where to find them. Actually, I know one of them is in Glowing Sea, kind of close to the Super Duper Mart. Let's see. Let me read the other ones. Maybe that'll jog my memory about where they are. The Mirelurk Queen is near Salem. Okay, that one's easy. So those two are in for sure. Let me think if there's any others in here. Super Mutant. The Super Mutant Behemoth might be in. I don't think the Snow Yeti or Dragon are in there. Oh, yeah, so I think it's Sharptooth and Matron are definitely in. I can't remember if the boss is in or not. We'll find out. Let's see. And you get these like little funny exchanges if you go do that. So we'll probably do that. And I think there's a reward at the end of it too. I don't remember. Let's see. Poking around here. Is there anything we can snag while we're in here? Got any ammo? You're a hunter. Oh yeah, I would have to steal it all. I don't want to steal from you guys. All right. Let's head on out now. So now that I did that, I think that was the last part of Concord content I hadn't done. So now there should be a new note on the board. What did I play through without you? I don't think I played through anything without y'all. Okay. Doswolf, and kudos to whoever does the facial expressions for you. The Fear and the Gunner we talked about. Anyone? That's actually, so there's actually a facial expression system in the base game that Bethesda just rarely uses. So, but on our team, the rule is you gotta give a facial expression for every single line of dialogue, so that you get some more dynamic line reading, and it ends up coming out real nice. So Rick, our lead writer, does it for the main quest, and usually takes a lot of time doing it. He's actually got like a video set up of like showing off all the different face animations, so he can reference them when he's picking. But yeah, it comes out real nice when you add those in. Alright, everybody heading to church. And, oh, that's where I needed to go too. I want to go grab the new bulletin. So this bulletin for on patch 203, which is this Friday, this new bulletin will show up for any of you who has done all of the content in Concord so far. So it's not new quest content, but it's going to feel like it because it's been broken for this, as far as I know, the entire time. Maybe it got broke during a patch, and I don't know. I misplaced my hammer and watch, a brand new roll of duct tape in the last few days. I swear I'm losing my mind. Anyway, if you've seen them, perhaps I left them at the church. Could really use them back. You know where to find me, Randy. So I know that in the early releases of the mod, Randy would just spawn randomly and just be wandering around, and people were wondering where he was. That was part of the bug. He was spawning too early, and he's part of this quest, which is like the last, or it's like the second to last quest in the Concord line, is this guy, and he was spawning immediately. So let's see.
Hey, you haven't seen anything strange around, have you?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, people lurking around, acting all strange. I only ask because recently a couple of my things went missing. Nothing major, just a few loose tools or trinkets I keep. At first I thought I was just misplacing them, but now I'm not so sure. This morning I couldn't find my lucky subway token anywhere, and the only time that's out of my sight is when I'm sleeping. If you could look into this, I'd appreciate it.
You and Jake seem to be doing great work.
There we go. Oh, and check this out. We got a new quest icon for Concord quests up there. Thanks to Ruined World. Did a nice little custom one. I put that in. That's in 203. We got a custom one for CPD too. You guys might have seen it when I was on my my quest thing here. Old-timey police officer. I love these. Okay, so let's see. Let's bring that quest back up here. Cover of night. So ask the residents of Concord. Oh, this is gonna be real easy because they're all piled up right here. I can just start asking them all.
Hey,
Hi there.
I'm looking for someone. Notice anything suspicious?
Box of my tools up and vanished yesterday.
All right, so let's keep checking in with folks.
Hi there.
I'm looking for someone. Notice anything suspicious?
I think someone was trying to break into that ramen pen the other night.
What about you?
Hey there.
Oh, Bobby's missing an audio
I'm
file.
looking for someone. Notice anything
I thought I fixed
suspicious?
his audio.
I saw someone moving around town last night, but I didn't see where they went.
Excuse me.
Ah, there.
I'm looking for someone. Notice anything suspicious?
I haven't seen anything.
Hi there.
I'm looking for someone. Notice anything suspicious?
I'm afraid I haven't seen anything like that, but I'll keep an eye out.
Oh, that's interesting that he does that. So I think we're going to be able, we should be able to complete this right away because it happens to be, yep, there it is. It's nighttime. So the idea with this quest, it obviously gets way easier if you happen to catch everybody at church, but you wander around asking people about town. You hear a couple people mention nighttime. And then if you wander around at night, you'll find Colonel out here.
Hello, not least favorite human.
Hear anything lately?
Dylan say saw something last night. Say something steal clothing supplies. Did you see? Connell here to see as well. Get back stolen things. So far, Connell not see anything. Starting to think Dylan lie or crazy.
You seem upset. What's wrong?
Connell worried. Dylan says someone stole thing. Seemed important. Dylan not happy. Not least favorite human talk to Dylan? Help?
Okay. So yeah, I don't know why Dylan doesn't just fess up right away. I don't remember what the item was, but we'll find out. Let's go talk to him.
You might be onto something there, Rubes. Adam bless you for getting your mom's brains as well as her beauty, darling.
Hey there.
Hi, Caleb.
Tell me about the missing supplies.
Guess you spoke with Carnal, huh? Yeah, looks like somebody broke into the back room and took a bunch of fabric and other stuff. If you're going after whoever this is, I saw them dip into an alleyway down the street. Best guess is they booked it down into the access tunnels. And now I thought about going down there, but then I remembered what Jake told me about the death claw that used to be down there, and I figured, no.
Fair. Fair enough. All right, let's head into the access tunnels. Shh. It's like 3 entry points too now. I think the one where we're gonna need, where the best one to go for this quest is actually dropping into the Deathclaw hole, which I didn't even know you could do. I found that out during development of SS2 when one of our quest makers pointed it out to me that they like had some sort of something that dealt with this. And I was like, wait, what? You can go down in there? Jim Simon, did I just hear King of the Hill, Hank Hill? Yeah, that's what I always think of whenever I hear Bobby's voice. I don't think it was intentional, or maybe it was. I'd have to ask the voice actor if that was intentional or not. But yeah, it totally gives me Hank Hill vibes. So I think where we need to go is around here somewhere. Oh, hey, loot. Give me that ammo. Nope, don't need ramen meat. Some right leg bones. I'm good. Where is that place? Oh, that's where we just were with the cow. It's funny, I've done this quest like 3 times this week because I was bug fixing it. And now I don't remember where it is. Alright, so let's find you. Nope, not there. So I'll save you guys the trouble of having to hunt. It's not you. That's a dead person. Is it up here? Nope, that's an exit. It's gonna be the very last spot I look, of course. Through here. Ah, here we are.
Hey! Hey, what are you doing down here? Don't touch my stuff!
What are you doing here?
I live down here, okay? I know it's not the lap of luxury, but the wasteland's hard. You gotta do what you can to survive.
I'm just here to talk.
What do you want to talk about, huh?
Do you mind if I just take a look around?
Okay, just don't take anything.
Alright, let's look for some clues around here. Excuse me. Thank you. Just don't take... I mean, I could just... Wait, where'd she go? Oh, I just pushed her out of the way. Alright, so there should be some things we have to investigate
whatever.
here.
That's just me and Bill and Frank. Good old Frank. Those are my blankets. I know they're a bit thin, but Jake's got a real nice jacket. Probably warm, too. Wonder if he ever leaves it anywhere. I mean, he can't sleep in it, can he? I guess I do. So... Oh... How should I know? It was probably down here before. I just didn't notice it or something.
Hey there.
Alright, fine. I stole most of this. Alright, I stole all of it. But I needed it. Most of it.
What's your story?
I'm not real good with people. Or work. Or really anything besides stealing. It was fine for a while. People never caught on to what I was doing. Or at least, not for a while.
Oops,
My
like
luck
she
ran
said for a
out.
while, twice in a row there.
Got caught trying to pluck a knife out of this mercenary guy's pants. He didn't like that. Said to me he caught me red-handed, and now everyone was gonna know about it. Now most people see my hands and they assume the worst. I'm trying to be better. I really am. I only steal what I need. For the most part.
You're welcome to stay here for all I care.
You're letting me stay. Really? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I swear I won't steal anything else from anybody in town. You can tell them all I'm so sorry. It'll never happen again.
You do it.
I got a better idea. Do it yourself.
Oh, yeah, sure, I can do that. Just gonna go up there and apologize to the people I just stole from. What's the worst that can happen? Hey, I'm not really good at a lot of things. But if you ever need help finding something, find me. I'm real good at finding stuff.
Okay, so I love the Tenuvia, I think, figured this out, how to get her hands, her fingertips to at least to actually be red without needing like a custom texture for it. So the idea with this character, this is actually, so I think I've talked about this in the past with all the characters in Concord. They were all originally going to be settlers for the recruitable settler system, and the characters ended up unfinished for various reasons. So There we go, and that triggered journalistic ethics. A bunch of the characters ended up unfinished, and so we recycled them to become our little Concord crew. And a lot of them are tied together in little ways and have little interconnected quests. They're nothing major. It's not like a big quest chain, but all the characters kind of are designed to talk to each other and know each other. And this was one of my favorites that we almost lost, and it was I think her original quest was much different than this, but we needed something that would fit in Concord. And eventually you meet a character whose hands were permanently stained red because she tried to steal from the wrong group. I'm glad we were able to get the graphics done on that. Oh, some jet, yes please. So yeah, so that character and that little quest you'll be able to do in 2.03. It's not new to 2.03, I just fixed the bug. And then you'll also be able to correctly do journalistic ethics. So that was, you could technically trigger journalistic ethics before the 2.03 patch, but it would be all broken because it was triggering kind of not mid-quest, but about a quarter of the way through the quest with the trigger that was in. We just had a mistagged or misconditioned dialogue, and I have fixed that as well. And like I said, I'm playing the 2.03 beta, so you guys are seeing some content a little bit early. Up we go. All right, I see I missed a lot of questions up there. Sorry guys if you're new to the stream or if you are used to it and you, I'm a much better streamer when I'm not actually playing, so I will engage with you guys after we take a break from gameplay, or if I happen to look over while I'm listening to dialogue. I think during while we're going over what I consider new quests for some of you guys, especially these two, I'm not going to be so talky because I want you guys to be able to hear the dialogue here. When we get to some of the stuff I know that has been streamed many a times by many folks, I'll talk over them a little more. Let's see, Mentura, is there a problem with the SS2 forum? Not to my knowledge, but maybe maybe the server needs a reboot. Is anybody else having problems with the server? Why did I run out of AP so fast? Nope, not over encumbered, not even close.
Why not? I'm just trying to get people to see the truth.
Oh, I thought I fixed this.
Who cares if I had to cut a few corners?
But you told me that journalists have to maintain the highest standards or they lose credibility.
Yes, they do, and sometimes they have to go above and beyond to get people to realize that super mutants are the biggest danger to our safety.
I can't let you do this, Elisa.
Oh, you're back, thank God. Can you talk some sense into Jeff here? He has lost it.
Are you upset about something?
Jeff is getting all pissy because we had to provide some color for some of the news stories.
At first I thought we were going to be doing serious journalism here. But it's just a sham, so that she can get Carnal booted out of town.
Ugh. I don't know why I took you on, Jeff. You don't have a shred of skill and can't even see a story through.
I'm going to stop you, Elisa. You won't lie to anyone anymore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Tell Alyssa to shoot him. I feel like I'm worried I'm gonna fail Madman if I say that, because I'm at a 9 charisma, so I can still fail the hard check. So let's go take it easy.
Easy. Or you might blow a gasket or something.
Ah, okay. I can see I'm getting a bit too steamed up here. I'm going for a walk to calm down.
Well, what do I do now? Do I continue to report the truth? Or do I pack my bags and find somewhere new to start?
So prior to the 2.03 patch, which was coming out on Friday, you could get that line that she just said to trigger just by talking to her at any time after you finished Voice of the Commonwealth 2nd Edition. And it'd be really weird to have her say that out of nowhere without that scene coming up beforehand with Jeff calling her out for lying in her stories. So that's all, should all be fixed. You guys should hopefully at 2.03 see this all play out correctly. I'm really bummed to see that newspaper still purple. I've been trying to fix that texture for, like, this is the 3rd patch I think now that I'll have temporarily put in the notes that I had it fixed, and it's still not working. So I'm missing one of the files, either the material or the texture. I gotta go check and see what I did wrong. That will go, actually let me put that in my notes now because I'm gonna forget otherwise. Let's see. VOTC texture still borked. Still borked. Here we go. All right. Yeah, he's supposed to shoot like in the air, but we don't have an animation for that. It was just kind of like that, fire a couple of rounds to get everyone's attention, which is why you call him a madman. But we lack the. I mean, I guess we could have animated that, but I think for a lot of this side, that wasn't originally in the script or anything to do that. That was just something I think SAG came up with to make it make him seem a little crazier, and we just never got an animation for it. That would be a cool animation to fire warning shots. Let's see here.
A threat? One super mutant?
Whether it's one or all of them, we have to stop them. They are a menace, and will just keep on hurting and killing people.
I guess I could tell her to leave town. Let's see here. I'll say this.
Come on. Don't sell yourself short.
You're right. I need to keep going. Thanks. I'd better get back to work now.
Yeah, I'm not kicking her out because I want to be able to play off the or play the next little bit. Yeah, this is a bummer. Why is that texture not working? No good. All right, I'm gonna save here for save VOTC texture fail. Actually, let's try reading it and see if it. Yeah, it's all messed up there too. I'll leave that on the ground. Okay. All right. Next up, let's go. So that's cool. So you kind of get 2 quests with the next patch. Actually 3, because there's actually some new quest content that we've never released before that is coming in the next patch too. So it's going to be a really good patch. All right, let's go work on some CPD stuff here. So if I can remember how to zoom out the map, there we go. I guess I could do the show on map. Wait, what? Help out the CPD officers by completing their assignments. Okay, so I think... Let me make sure I'm not missing something. I think when it gets to that, you just talk to them a second time, and that takes care of it. Let's see. I guess... Oh, I can return some scalps to Lena. All right, let's go try that. Let's go... I should put an objective on their headquarters so you can find them in this mess of map icons. Fortunately, I haven't been doing much, so easy to find them. There we go. Let's see. John Geddes, especially if the warning shots were firing a shotgun into the air. Cassetti, if you can maybe put an enemy on the ceiling and get them to target that. So I could do that, but it looks really dumb. I don't know if you guys have seen how people aim up. They don't just point their arm up there. Like they tilt their whole body back and shoot. I'm actually doing the motions. You can see my voice, hear my voice changing because I'm actually doing the motion physically. And it would not serve the same purpose. Oh, here's another thing I can show you guys for the 2.03 patch. I finally added in those door controllers. I think maybe I showed this last stream already. But now people will immediately know how to disable and toggle the doors. And these are actually synced up with the holotape settings too. So that should hopefully help players who play the couple of mods that I know were interfering with some of their doorways. So, which turns out there's quite a few. I know there were the 2 big ones that got reported were Gun for Hire and Depravity, but then it turns out there's like some of the mods that are. Oh, hey buddy.
Were you from before they built the city? Ooh, I bet you even saw dinosaurs.
I love Shandy. I think some of the mods that fill in a bunch of interiors and Tales from the Commonwealth we interfere with a few quests, so it'll be nice to have those controls available for everybody so they can easily get access to everything. Let's see who's got more for me.
I was just mulling on what the Commonwealth did to deserve you. Hi there. Remember, I can do you a good deal on police gear if you need any.
Why aren't you looking at me, Jared?
Anything else I can help you with?
Can I help?
Anything I can do to help out?
Okay. If you're at all interested in joining the CPD, you should go talk to Simon.
Oh, did I not get my
Lena
detective
was talking
badge?
about
Her
recruiting
badge
help
yet?
for
I
something
thought I already
she's
did that.
working on. And yeah, that's all I can think of for now.
All right, let's see.
Was there anything else?
No, not yet.
Okay, bye for now.
I thought I was already a detective. Well, let's see.
Thank you for all your help. It's appreciated.
Oh, that combat rifle is a better weapon. I got to see what I actually have equipped. I might.
Hey there.
Hello. Great work on the Saunders case. It's good to see that one filed away. Can I help you with anything?
Let's ask this
again. To help out?
Okay. Oh, I'm keeping busy. Plenty of paperwork that needs to be done. Now that we're starting to grow, there's so many more officers' records and reports to process. No sign of the judge, but then again, I don't think we've proved ourselves yet. Plenty more to do.
When he's talked about paperwork, I thought he was going to give me a side quest to help him with paperwork. That would be pretty funny. I get like a little Papers, Please style mini game.
That's all for now.
Okay, bye for now.
So I guess it's Lena I got to go talk to.
Hey there.
Let's head down.
Shandy hasn't been bothering.
Let's see. Let's check that combat rifle. That might be a good get. I might as well take it. Then it's not flagged as owned. Let's see. Can always use some weapon upgrades to make up for my my combat prowess. Let's see, hunting rifle. Why do I have that? What do we got here? Margaret, powerful sniper rifle. Okay, so the powerful sniper rifle is definitely go to. I guess I'll hang on to it for now. I got plenty of inventory space. All right, let's talk to Lena.
Hi. You know, Jared can help you get good prices for any loot you're dragging about. And? You want something?
Anything I can do to help out?
You've been really useful to us. Really helped make things happen. I'm trying to say I appreciate what you've been doing for us. We're growing, and you've had a hand in that. Now, if we're gonna get strong enough to take on folks like the Hellhounds and have a hope of winning, we need a better base.
Got anything particular in mind?
Yeah, I've been giving it a lot of thought. Most of the old stations are just too small or falling apart. So I've been scouting out the perfect spot. There's this place called the BADTFL out near Bunker Hill. It's the biggest and best preserved of all the old stations. Good location, great condition, and big enough inside for all our needs. However, a bunch of raiders are poking around in there. I arrested one of them to get information about what's inside.
Oh, let's see
Any
here.
idea how many raiders we're talking about?
From what the prisoner said, there's about a dozen inside, and 2 or 3 patrolling outside. Their boss is some clown called Sparta.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'll help you.
Don't worry. I'll help you deal with these raiders.
Great. I'd sure be glad to have you with us when we storm the place.
I didn't realize I was this far into CPD already. This is great. Well, definitely, I should be able to finish this today. I think we can actually start Nightingales too.
I'll give you a rendezvous point close by. We'll meet up and finalize the plan before we go in. With Surprise and your backing, we shouldn't have too much trouble clearing out those thugs. What do you say?
You're just gonna attack
So we're
them?
just gonna attack them.
Hey, we should talk tactics when we get there. But just attacking can work.
I could do it on my own. Huh. Kind of want to select that option, but I like having the
Sounds
characters.
good.
I really just, I'm here for all the dialogue.
Well, let's go take our new HQ and execute some bad guys.
Does she get up and move, or does she just kind of chill and wait for us? Meet Lena. Okay, she's just gonna chill. I guess we're somewhat inconsistent on that of like whether or not we make the NPCs run out. Like the Nightingales, I remember as soon as you get one of their quests, they all just like gear up and head out.
Happened lately? I bet you have. I only get to take messages until I get wicked big.
Here we go. Das Wolf. In Saunders' case, did I miss something? Saunders' case, that's in reference to Caleb in Concord. His last name is Saunders. And he is a CPD officer as well. If you join the CPD, they can all call you detective, so I don't think you did that, or it's bugged. Yeah, I don't know if it's bugged or if maybe it's a random chance they call it as one of their greetings. I know the CPD has a really deep dialogue pool, like lots of random quips they can say depending on the state of things. They've actually got probably the deepest pool of like miscellaneous dialogue and quest content that we have. Like they have a whole bunch of bounty quests you can do if you go mess around with the CPD terminal. I know there's a couple of them that got screwed up in a great merge incident we had, and they're still marked as like fix me later. Oh yeah, that we do have her running out. Okay, I was just impatient. All right, let's follow her. I'm curious if she makes it all the way. It's always fun to see if they actually. Let's see how far this is before I commit to this. Let's see, where's BADTFL? Way up here. Ah, that's too far. No, we're fast traveling to Bunker Hill. So the lost my train of thought where I was on with that. Oh well, it'll come back to me if it's important, or one of you guys will remind me. See, Sehuai asked earlier, any hints for what's coming on Friday's patch? I mean, I've already mentioned a couple of things. We've got those some new quest contents coming, and then those the doorbell things or the intercoms on the doors so people can control them directly in the world.
I'm here on my own.
Freelance, huh? All right. Come on in, but no gunfire. Market's open. You can do as much trading as you like.
Okay, I don't need to do that, but thank you. Hey, Nightingale. Hello.
Need patching up?
Let's see if I fixed your barter yet. I don't think I did.
Take a look through my medkit.
I need to just give them, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I just need to give them access to like a copy of the vanilla. Oh, here's a cache right here. All right. Must have been coming by to stock that up. Anyway, I need to just give them a copy of like the default medical vendor at least to start until I get a chance to customize them one. I thought we had already customized them one, and it's just not connected correctly, but I need to take a look at that. It shouldn't take long. All right, where are we at? BAD TFL. All right, is everybody, where are we at? Okay, good. It's just all officers out here. They already, oh, nope. Oh. Well, at least I'm not in God mode again. Yes, please. Alright, where did Lena go? There she is.
Excuse me. Well, that's not how this was meant to start. Someone needs to learn the meaning of keep your head down.
Sorry, Captain.
Right, no time to mess about. You, Officers Stompy and Clompy, stay out here and guard the door. And I think we should go serve an eviction notice to the rest of the scum inside.
Uh-oh.
Hell no! Am I supposed to collect evidence now? I can't remember.
Alright, let's see. Oh, that's weird. The line, she's just said it and it worked, and now this time it's not working? That's very strange. What's the plan?
You want a plan? Okay. You choose how you want to do this, and I'll follow your lead. That do ya?
More? Oh my god. Can't hit anything. Well, I got the XP for it. I'll take it. Alright, where did Lena go? Let's try this a third time. I don't see any red on my map, so I don't know where all these guys are coming from.
Hi.
Well, definitely need to get that line fixed, because one of the irritating things about Fallout's dialogue system when you were testing is if the audio file is missing, you can't skip a line. You have to just wait for however much time the game determines is enough time for them to have said that line. It's very irritating. I don't know how Bethesda dealt with that. I guess they must have, during their setup where they're testing, they must have actually had the quest designers record all the dialogue so that there was actually something in place there. Let's go get them.
There and get them.
Let's go serve some justice.
I guess I should, actually, let me bust out that combat rifle just for the semi-auto, because my sniper rifle's a little slow. Definitely better than that. Alright. I don't know what's going to be better, this thing or my my laser rifle I've been using for this kind of...
Looks like we caught them with their pants down. Lead on.
Wait. Are they fighting their own turrets? What is happening over here? Oh. Oh, it's got them pinned down. That's amazing. I think this is vanilla. I've never noticed this. Or maybe it is ours. But we'll just do this. There we go. That's great. It had them pinned down. I guess I can snipe my way through here. I'll take it. Give me that loot. Give me that loot.
Getting paranoid. Ain't nothing here.
Lena, crouch down. Pretend you know what stealth is.
Huh?
Uh-oh. Sorry, Pooch.
You're nothing. Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Okay, cut the shit now, rookie.
Ah, get out of bats. Stop. I think Lena can die during this, so I'm trying to be careful here. Got him. Can I stim pack you? No.
Hey, who's there? Swear I must be going.
But yeah, CPD is actually a failable quest line, so you gotta be careful not to let them die. Ah, come on. This is why I don't lockpick on camera. Yes. I'm about as good at that as I am, oh, hey, buddy. As I am at shooting. Says we're still in combat. With who? I guess no reason to be crouching down anymore. Not succeeding at that. I don't know why I keep doing that. Oh no, don't kill her!
That's the boss dealt with. Just stragglers to check for.
Okay. Alright, let's go kill the stragglers then. Move, photo. Let's go. There we go. Where's everybody? Here we go. Oh wow, that was a headshot. Alright. Nope, that was Lena. Almost popped her. Man, I'm ripping through this ammo. I guess I should try my luck with the combat rifle, see how this thing runs. Where are you guys at?
Just
hey,
get
buddy.
warmed up over here.
Hey, guys. Oh, this thing sucks. Also, what the heck was that grenade I just used? What do I have equipped here? Weapons. It was not a frag grenade I just threw. Pulse grenade, okay. Oops. Yeah, this thing is garbage. Gotta modify that before I can use it. Is that everybody? It feels pretty good. Let's talk to her, see what happens. What do you think?
Excuse me.
We did it. It's done. We have a new HQ. I owe you a big thanks. We couldn't have done it without you.
What are you going
Too
to
easy
do
was
now?
one of the options.
Now I need to tell the others. Get things moving. I'll see you later.
Okay, so I'm stuck in combat music, and this is not a section where we added combat music, so that means there's either something funky going on or pollution. Wait, why am I getting a pollution trigger right now? Okay. I think one of the bug fixes is okay. There now, combat music stopped. That there was a warning about pollution that comes in during the some of the updates that happen. Oh, cool! Now I got the CPD officer completing their assignments update. Awesome. Anyway, that pollution pop-up came because it was bugged before and wasn't triggering when it was supposed to. It was supposed to teach you about how you can use cleanliness to fight pollution and everything, because there's a whole bunch of mechanics with the disease system that are it's unclear how you deal with them until you get access to all the plot types. And so one of the ways you can deal with pollution and keeping diseases at bay is to just keep your settlements small. So like that's one of the paths you can go to keep diseases at bay. Just don't send a bunch of settlers to the same spot, and you won't get very many diseases. But that clue was apparently never working until now I'm fixing it. So you should definitely see that a lot earlier than I just did, but because it was broken prior, it's probably going to pop up for most of you within the first couple of minutes after you boot up the patch on Friday. All right. Oh, John Gibbs, you've had similar small bugs with Jake when raiders interrupt dialogue where he's got missing lines. If anybody finds a line where a character doesn't speak or it's in robo voice, they can definitely report those. We have all that audio. It's just some of it didn't get caught in the. So I mean, we have so many, like just thousands and thousands of voice files, and somebody goes through and manually grabs them all and renames them to match what the game wants, and it takes a lot of time, and yeah, some can get missed. So all right, let's see here. So we could just pass time here until this is ready, but I think I'm gonna instead, let's see, check my list here, give Alyssa some time to reflect. We're gonna let her have that time. Let's go to Diamond City and we'll buy some stuff because I like buying ammo, and then we'll pop outside. Ooh, excuse me, go check on the Nightingales. If the CPD quest line is up, the Nightingale one should be too, because they both have the similar start conditions. I think the only difference is the Nightingales, in addition to the 30 residential requirement, is you also have to have municipal plots unlocked, which we obviously do. So, wait, what's this little kid?
I want to be left alone.
Okay, I'll leave you alone.
You'll get used to Diamond City security being unhelpful.
Do you have bullets,
Diamond, everyone
Percy?
else may be closed, but Diamond City Surplus is open 24 hours a day.
Fantastic. Well, let's see what you
Sure.
got.
Let's take a look.
Oh, goody.
Hey, he's got some of the ammo I need. Fantastic. All right. No. Ammo. Yes. Do you have any fusion cell? Yes. And what kind of hot garbage can I give to you? I love ammo as a currency. This is great. 38 rounds. Here you go. Let's see. I guess I could give him 10mm because I'm really not using this auto. Oh, 5mm. Here we go. What else do we got? Let's see. I know I had a bunch of extra weapons I'm not using. A board. Yeah, I've got a... I don't need a hunting rifle anymore. Do I have... Okay, yeah, that's a laser rifle. So we get a laser pistol. Switch. Where did I get all this garbage? And sure, that's fine. You can have 163 caps. Oh, I have 2,500. All right. There we go. All right, got some ammo. Okay, now let's head outside and we'll head over to Nightingale's. Mentura, you sent me an email about the bug. Make sure you also posted on the forums if you go to. So I'm guessing what was happening with you. You said the forums were working because nobody else said they were having problems. I'm guessing what's happened. You tried to post in the bug report section, which is not allowed for anybody except for people who have a certain tag. Basically, what ended up happening with SS1's bug report section is everybody would post their questions there, whether or not it was bugs, and then a lot of the bugs people were posting weren't actually bugs, they were mod conflicts, and it was becoming impossible to keep up with, and so like that forum is a dumpster fire now. So for SS2 instead, we ask everybody post it under the help section. If you go to there's a Sim Settlements 2 help section, and then if one of our team members or beta testers or community rock stars can replicate the problem, they put it on my tracker list, and a lot of times it's already there. I mean, we have like 200 verified reports that we're still slowly chewing through, so it's very likely like most bugs you guys are finding we already are aware of, so there's no reason for me to get personally involved in the report and trying to troubleshoot with you if unless we can verify it, because otherwise all I would do with all my time is answer emails and respond to issues. All right, let's head inside and see if, and you guys can see the intercoms there for the Nightingale camp too.
You, I think. Last time we met, I had no idea who you were. You've gained quite a reputation since, and a pretty amazing one. I was hoping you'd come back. I hope this isn't presumptuous, but after everything we've heard about you, we would like to help you.
Oh? What have you heard?
You're making waves with what you're building. We've actually had quite a few patients that were on their way to one of your settlements. I try to stay in contact with whoever I can after they're better. When they leave our care,
Gregory G, the updates are on Xbox as well. Usually they take about,
so many of them.
I don't know, 12 to 24 hours before they actually show up available to download on your Xbox. It's kind of a pain to update on Xbox. A lot of times you'll get this error that you can't activate the mod after you do it, and then you won't be able to play it. It's really annoying. If you, I think the solution people have come up with Xbox is don't update until the version number matches what I post in the patch thing. So usually on the forums, I'll post a patch, like a summary of the patch notes with my link to my video, and in there I'll post what version it should be on Xbox, and you just wait until in your Xbox it shows that version, and then it will the update will work correctly. But if you do it before that, it gets like all screwy. Let's see here.
What are you offering exactly?
I'm sure you have people capable of treating wounds in rads, or at least a supply of chems that do the job. We, however, know more about contemporary diseases than anyone else in the Commonwealth. And trust me, they've mutated quite a bit since the bombs. And obviously, there's the basics that even medics forget about when trying to build a healthy community. I hear a lot about your ASAMs, but has anyone thought to build a cemetery with them yet? And I don't mean the shallow grave variety that's in style.
So I think I'm gonna wait and see if we get the pop-up. I think we already unlocked this through Edmund. So we had multiple. We try to put in multiple triggers for the classes, because depending on what content people are doing, we don't want them to miss out on the building classes. So I think like every one of them you can either unlock through multiple characters or through building enough plots of different types, and then they just naturally unlock over time.
I get it. Sounds like an important step.
So you're already aware of how important safe corpse disposal is, especially during disease outbreaks. I'm glad to hear that.
I'm in. Let's do this.
Hold on. You might still say no in a minute. I wish my pitch didn't come with a but it does. Right now, enthusiasm aside, we're limited in how much help we can offer. We're a small group in a dangerous world, and we often work for free. So, the catch here is that we can help you in the long run, but it will take a bit of work first. An investment, I suppose. So, I'm hoping you'll still agree. And I'm also hoping you won't mind starting the partnership with going to rescue someone.
Yeah, well,
shouldn't be a problem. Just tell me where they are.
I wanted to be able to bring a better offer to the table, so I took a chance on the information broker in Diamond City. And he came through. But, well, he dug up some pre-war records about a shipment of medical equipment that was meant to arrive in port right before the bombs. The ship got delayed, or stopped, or something, but it never made it to port. But the Ron went and even located the wreck for me from rumors. Point is, Raphael, one of our guards, went to check it out and see if anything can be recovered. He hasn't been back, and we're worried.
Why all this effort? What's so special about this person?
Special? I guess nothing in the way that you mean. He's my friend, but I'd ask you to try and find him even if he was a stranger.
John Geddes, I know exactly what you're talking about how that could happen, so I put it on my notes to take a look. Basically, we have, when we give NPCs AI packages, there's a flag on them that says ignore combat, and if you fail to check that in, then they'll basically give up as soon as they get in combat, so I need to, should be a quick fix for that to prevent that from happening. Ellen Rees, what I love to do with your mon is assign factions to outposts where said faction could be, and then make the rest vassals, and then I don't manage and don't get attacked. Oh, so you must be playing Conqueror and SS1. Cool. All those mechanics are going to make a return with the 3.0 patch of SS2, so that people who are playing SS2 can experience that too. Because I think a lot of people missed out on the Conqueror because they were turned off by our choice to go Raider as the theme. But so I'm excited to get everybody to play the Conqueror mechanics because they were so much fun. Let's see.
I'll find him. You have my word.
There's the breath I've been holding. I'm glad your reputation holds up. I wasn't sure how much I could rely on rumor. I'll put the location on the map. It's underwater, but speak to Ellis before you go. He has something to help with that. And of course, you're welcome to make yourself at home here.
So, tell me about him.
Raphael is one of our bodyguards. Our guards are all volunteers, usually people we've helped or just good Samaritans helping support our way. If people are willing to abide by our rules and don't cause trouble, we don't turn away or deny aid. Even if some of them grumble about it.
I'm guessing that's not all you wanted to say.
When we treat people, we don't care about what our patients have done in the past, or what they will do in the future. All that matters is helping. Some of our volunteers have had a hard time with that. Forgiving grudges, seeing past prejudice, giving help unconditionally. Since Raphael joined, a lot of our other volunteers left, and the rest aren't likely to risk their lives for him. But he's my friend, and he went to that ship looking for something on my request. I just really hope you find him alive.
Who are these people?
Cersei is on patient duty right now. Ellis is Cassandra's apprentice. She has him on chemistry duty right now, making chems and treatments. And Cassandra herself is around somewhere, but try not to disturb her. She can get a little coarse if distracted.
What seems to be the problem?
What, with Cassandra? Nothing. She's just a bit
Love
old
me
school,
some
you know?
speech checks.
Not big on using stim packs when she can make you choke down bitter tea. Never mind that the tea needs to be paired with Radex.
I keep forgetting to level up. I don't know what I want to get though.
Raphael is her friend too, so I'm sure she's just worried about him.
Taking suggestions for my next perk point. I don't know. I mean, I always grab like level ups to the ones I'm using actively. Like I'm gonna always grab toughness and scrounger and medic. But if I've got an open point, I'm open to suggestions here.
It would be nice to know more about you. You're in charge here?
Kind of. I don't think anyone's really in charge. Cassandra is the first and eldest Nightingale, and Cersei has the mind for organization. I just try to make sure everyone gets along and that we don't get shot while trying to help some twitchy scavvers or raiders. I know that look. Yes, we help everyone. We're aware of the ethical dilemmas of that, but we focus on healing the patient, not judging them. It's why I and a lot of others joined the Nightingales in the first place. Our little attempt to bring some mercy to a world hurting for it.
I think that's admirable.
Thank you. It's not the easiest attitude to have in the Commonwealth, but it starts with us. Any other questions I can answer for you?
I think I already asked those other ones. I wonder why they're coming back up green.
That's all for now, thanks.
Yeah, I think I took gun nut rank 1. Kyle Harris, I'm on Xbox, and I was wondering, how do you fix a Nightingale door, because mine is not showing up? It probably means you just haven't done enough of the content. It shows up after you get 30 residential plots and you control at least 3 settlements.
Are you the brave
Wait,
soul
what?
building up towns with those pre-war gadgets? ASAMs, right?
Not now.
Whatever it is,
Why
not
is she
interested.
doing that again? All right, I gotta put.
Busy. If you find a minute,
All right,
though,
I gotta put this down.
I'd really like to talk to you sometime.
Fiona rebooting combo.
It's been a long shift.
All right, we're gonna save that as a bug here. Let's see. Get me my save. Fiona starting wrong conversation after NQ01 starts. There we go. All right, let's go talk to some other folks.
By that I mean impressive. It's impressive. Here, I have the chems already.
That's weird. He started his conversation before I even got up to him. That was strange. It was very, very aggressive trigger box we have there.
What are you talking about?
You're the one going after Raphael, right? Which means you'll have to go underwater after him. These chems help with that. Don't ask how. I mean, you can ask, but it's nothing I could explain, honestly. It just works. I hope.
Thanks, Todd.
Thanks? I guess.
Oh, sorry. I thought you just wanted, grab and go. Mercenary types tend to have no patience for the details. Not that I'm implying that you're a mercenary type. I just went with the safest option, but now I realize it probably came off as rude instead. And I still haven't even said hello or introduced myself. Sorry. I'm Ellis.
Is chems all you've got?
Well, yes. Cassandra figured out ways to make a lot of our chems so we don't have to buy them from traders, and she's been teaching me. I probably shouldn't be handing them out without Fiona's say-so, but here, in case you or Raphael get into trouble, these should help.
It gives us a big old pile, I think. Jet, Medex, Radaway. What do we got? Radex. Yeah, I'll take all this stuff, thank you. I might sell a bunch of it, and that's fine too. Daddy-O. I don't even know what Daddy-O does. All right.
What are you so nervous about?
Sorry, you're kind of a big deal, you know? I don't want to mess things up. Fiona's been so excited to talk to you. And I don't want you to change your mind about finding Raphael. I'm sure he's fine, but the sooner he's home, the better.
I'll take some.
I'm bored and leaving was one of the options.
Here you go, and here's some extra. For Raphael. In case he ran out and got stuck in the boat. Ship, I mean.
What do you know about him?
About Raphael? I'm not too worried about him. He's tough. It's why Fiona trusted him with this. He probably just got delayed. Or stuck somewhere.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, I'm the least important person.
I thought I already did all this when I did the intro conversation, but maybe I didn't.
Yet. I'm still studying and practicing.
But none of it's showing up as green, so usually means I haven't done it yet. All right,
I have
goodbye.
to go.
Stay safe out there. Not that you need the reminder.
Do you have anything to say, Cassandra?
Ah, you're the one Fiona's been fawning over. You must be an important guest, seeing how she emphatically told me not to glare and scare. Tell me, do you feel important?
So Cassandra is actually the voice you hear in the first half of the Chapter 2 trailer. That was so when originally with the Chapter 2 trailer, some of those lines were written for Jake to speak. And then we realized that it would be a really fun marketing thing to basically like make it seem like you didn't know if Jake was going to get rescued or not. So we made sure that you never see a peep out of Jake until that the last moment where he gets hit at the end of the trailer. And so we needed a character to speak. And so I didn't know anything about the Cassandra character. I wasn't involved in the writing behind her or anything. I just knew that she was going to have an important role, and that she was going to, especially once we get into chapter 3, she becomes part of the main cast of characters. Spoiler alert. And I heard her voice for the first time from the trailer lines. I'm like, oh my god, she's so good. This is fantastic. But her line, she's really, really good in that trailer. I really like this voice actress. Jim Simon, thank you for the donation. The speech options are top notch. Tip of the cap to the writers. Thank you very much. I like the speech checks we have and the skill checks that they do. Those are really cool. I wish we would remember to put all of them in this. Like I see this local leader, I'm a leader. I like that we figured out how to highlight them now, and it's just a slow process to go back and do them. If I'm playing by myself, if I'm like recording videos, or if I'm just playing for fun and not streaming, I usually just tab out into the CK and just fix them right in the moment. So that's why you'll start to see, and I stopped even putting on the patch notes, but you'll slowly see these turn into marked ones.
Being a leader.
I've found leadership requires a temperament that I quite respect, but do not possess. I may be the original Nightingale, but it's leaders like you and Fiona that people flock to, or at least who they stay for. So, our little VIP, what might I help you with? Is this about Raphael? Or perhaps you're here to share some gossip?
Kyle Harris, just an FYI with the Nightingales, if for whatever reason the trigger's not working to have them show up, they are guaranteed to have the door show up once you get to the quest. Is there a doctor in the house during the main quest line? So you'll eventually get them no matter what. So I couldn't tell you what's going on with your save for why they're not showing up earlier, but there's they're the one. Unlike the CPD, the Nightingales are guaranteed to show up for everybody.
What about him?
Raphael is a stubborn one. He has an underdeveloped survival instinct and a love affair with adrenaline. Both he and Fiona often forget that he's only lived this long on sheer luck, and that luck always runs out when you least expect it. But let us hope that he still has more to spare.
Who are you?
I'm the grumpy old lady of the Nightingales. The one that Fiona wheels out whenever she needs the naughty children to behave. I'm also the group's founder. But it'll be more fun if you refer to me as its resident witch. It makes explaining my treatment methods far simpler.
There's more to this, isn't there?
Such a precocious VIP. You're giving this little old lady far more attention than she's deserved in decades. But I assure you, in a week of traveling, you'll see and hear hundreds of things far more interesting than my life story.
Who are you talking about?
Wait, that was the wrong line. The subtitle said, "What do you mean by that?" And it says, "Who are you talking about?" We gotta.
The world less dangerous, and the medicine more miraculous. These stories bring comfort, but they also make people look to the past for answers. I can't say I blame them, but I've discovered that there are better ways of doing things. Ways that take far too long to explain to those who've already made up their minds as to what real healing looks like. So, it's often simpler to refer to my treatments as witchcraft and call it a day.
What are they?
My methods. Same as any doctor. However, it's my process that people seem to question more than anything. You see, I prefer innovation and more adaptive, sustainable forms of medicine. But most consider something like grinding up hub flour to be beneath them. They'd rather risk life and limb scavenging ancient stim packs from ghoul-infested ruins.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
All right,
I have to
I'm
go.
not gonna ask about gossip. Oh, thanks. Cassandra does not seem like the gossipy type. Oh yeah, I can talk to Cersei too. Yeah, good. Starmug, I was almost gonna say the same thing. Good list of bugs tonight. There's I got a nice little notepad going. I've been trying to do them silently instead of while characters are talking to fill the space.
Hey.
Hey there. I hope I'd get a chance to talk to you. I'm Cersei. Nice to meet you. Say, you seem to get around. And with all these settlements popping up, I'm betting you travel all over the place. Have you seen any of our caches out there? Easy enough to spot.
Yes, I just grabbed one before
we mark them with a green
BADTFL.
cross.
Yes,
Yeah,
I have.
I remember that place.
Good. I was worried we tucked them too far out of sight. We stalked them anytime we traveled our usual routes, but we've been here a while now. I'm actually surprised you found anything of use. We don't have much to stock the caches with, and I thought they'd be emptied or spoiled by now.
One good idea can make all the difference.
Thanks. I wasn't really sure about it when I suggested it to Fiona. I was worried they'd attract ambushes or kill zones. Raiders don't shoot at us, but that doesn't mean they respect us enough not to take advantage. But Fiona says it was worth a try.
What's your story?
Not much to say. Been around, I suppose. Haven't been a Nightingale long, and it'll be a short tenure anyway.
What do you mean by that?
All my 10 years as a doctor have been short. I was patching up my ma's scrapes for only a year before I had to bury her. Ran a practice out of our shack for 6 months before it was overrun by trigger-happy scavvers. Joined a caravan, ambushed after 2 weeks. Then there was that fledgling town up north. Lasted just under a year. Same story everywhere, and it got a bit blurry for about a decade. Point is, I've been with the Nightingales for almost 13 months now. Pattern holding. I'll be looking for another place soon enough.
I know how it feels to be the last survivor.
So I've heard. It's a special brand of bad luck, I suppose. Well, no, not bad. Bad luck would have been dying to the same fever that took my mom, or catching a bullet in some crossfire. I have very mixed luck. Bad for those around me, sure. Me, though, I just get to bury them.
Anything I can do to help?
With the caches, you mean? I'm not sure that's a good idea right now.
I think we had
Maybe
it
once we can resume our roots,
on paper. Like
or
it
at
might.
least
It's
set
like
up
one of those.
permanently.
Maybe we'll add this later.
Besides,
We
you're
talked
already
about it
helping
being
more
a
than you realize.
a radiant quest
Making
to
the
help Cersei, where you
Commonwealth
could go fill the
I hope
caches.
the
I think that was
caches
something
help
we were
you out in
talking about.
turn.
But I think right now the caches. There's a couple of things you can do later in the quest line, and I think that they make it so that the caches are bigger. I'm pretty sure I have that working. I know I know it's supposed to do that. I don't know if it's actually functioning or not. I haven't tested in quite a while. Hopefully we'll get a chance to check that out.
Concerns?
No, that's it. Mythler, thank you for the donation. Much love to the whole SS2 team. Much love to you. Thank you for supporting the mod. Appreciate that. And then Bjorn to Kill, donation as well. My son showed SS1 to me, and we bonded over playing Fallout with your amazing mods. He passed away in October from COVID. Playing SS2 helps me remember the good times. Thank you. Oh man, I am so sorry to hear that. That's horrible. Whew. I'm glad that you're getting some memories of the good times, though. Man, that sucks. So sorry for your loss.
Yeah?
Alright, now we need... Oh, we got 2 level ups to do here. Let's see here. Do we have any obvious one? Oh, yep, Lone Wanderer. 100% taking that. Let's see. I think someone suggested... I think I saw a couple suggestions for Aqua Boy, but it might have been the same person. Let's see. Do I need... I don't know if I need Gun Nut Rank 2 or not. I haven't really played around with it much. I kind of want Bloody Mess. Like, kind of want to get another point in luck for that. Let's see here. Where's Aqua Boy? I don't think I'm... I think I would need to get another point in endurance for that. Okay. Let's see. We're still a ways off from any of these perks going up. Oh yeah, the 30s. What level are we right now? 20. Oh, it said it right on the screen. Level 21. Okay, yeah, so I don't have to save up any points right now. 23 for sneak. Okay. So yeah, I could go for another point in luck to get Bloody Mess. That's a nice, just straight boosted damage, and it's hilarious. I think Bloody Mess is one of the funnest perks in the game. I love the over the top gore of the Fallout franchise. Could also go for the 10th point in Charisma just for the sake of passing speech checks. I don't really use Intimidate ever, but it could be fun anyway. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll take... yeah, we'll take the point in luck. Open up our options a little bit. Let's see here. Sunken treasure. Travel to the sunken ship. Okay, do we have anything close? Oh yeah, we have... I don't remember doing anything in the castle. I must have just went... Oh, I wonder if I went there and... Force took it? I don't remember how I got to the castle. Ah, it's gun nut 2 will allow for better receivers, more damage. Okay, cool. I'll grab it eventually. I feel like I'm actually doing pretty decent damage, knock on wood. I've been able to headshot people and take them out in one go, which is nice. Mirelurk's still over there? I don't remember clearing the castle, but clearly I've been over here. Oh, not that. Where's my... this thing? Oh yeah, the Mirelurks are still there. I don't remember why I was over here. Okay, let's see. Where is my... oh, that is way far. I don't know if I want to swim that far. I guess we should just go across the spectacle. So I'll just pump up a bunch of Radaway and stuff and go for it. Alright, give me some... or Radex, I mean. Radex. Where's that underwater stuff they gave me? What's it called? Breather, I think it is. Can breathe underwater. I don't know how long this lasts. Whatever, we'll use it. Gonna be fantastic visuals. All right, so now while we're swimming away here for 10 minutes, I'll go read back through some text here. Valen Love, the bigger caches later in the Nightingale's questline worked in my playthrough. Awesome, glad that worked. Let's see. Oh, going back a ways, I missed some. I have a double monitor setup. Actually, technically, I have a triple monitor setup. One of them is just the other computer. But I have 2 monitors vertical. It's so nice for reading code. So I have this like giant 1920 by 1080 vertical, so I can see so much chat history. It's actually really nice for the streams. So I'm seeing some old chat right now. Bot 142. Some of us would like a stream video where you swapped out to fix things as you found them, similar to some tutorials, but more gameplay bug fixing. Yeah, that could be a fun way to go. I'm definitely not going to do it while I'm doing this first playthrough on here. Maybe if I decide to do a second one. I have no idea how long I'm going to go with the stream. This is like one of my favorite days of the week, though. I love doing this at least one day a week. I think if I was doing it more, or if I was trying to make it a thing, like trying to be a streamer, I think I would quickly lose interest. But just doing it one day a week is really awesome. So maybe I'll do that in the future. Because some of those fixes are really easy. Like, it took me just as much time to write them down as it would to actually fix them if I had, like, the CK already open so I could tab over to it. Kyle Harris, well, I got the note to go there, but one of the by one of the Nightingales, but when I went there, the door didn't show up. That's very odd. Yeah, the note, because the note should have the same, the trigger for the Nightingale to hand you the note should be the same trigger that's used to make their door appear. That's very, very strange. Hopefully it shows up for you. If you get to a point where... how much further do I gotta go? Oh, I'm missing Spectacle altogether. I'm just going right to the ship. I was gonna go to Spectacle, and I just got following the map marker. Here we go. Yeah, one of the problems we had with... oh, wait, did I go in the right area? One of the problems we had with this is we found out, like, originally the plan was to have some, like, emergency lights down here, and they just don't render under this water. There's some weird setting in the game world with this water that, like, nothing renders correctly down here. So, like, that light, we wanted it, you know, we were going to fake it and have it so you could see this from a little bit further off, but it just does not work well. In we go. Oh, John Geddes, thank you for the donation. I'm looking at doing a playthrough series on Twitch soon, and your mods are a permanent part of my load order from now on. Awesome. That'll be great. If you do, feel free to oh, I love that. I love the sound design in here. If you do definitely post a link to it. I love watching playthroughs. I never am around when people are doing actual streaming, but I love watching the replays and stuff. And it's really nice to see, like, authentic reactions and see the bugs people are running into organically, as opposed to, you know, seeing them try to... because when people try and report their own bugs and put them up, they sometimes are reporting stuff that's not necessary, or if I just watch it, I can see at a glance, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what happened there, and then it doesn't require a complex report. So it's really nice to watch it for bug reports, but it's more importantly, it's nice to see people's reactions. I especially love seeing people's first playthroughs is so rewarding. I think the whole team would agree with that. It's really cool to watch people's, like, initial reactions to content, which is why I am writing down, why I, like, wanted to do this and take all these notes down so that I can get even these, like, little stupid things. Like, you know, almost nothing has stopped me. Like, I think the only time I've gotten stopped in the questline so far in this stream is Craig. Like, I got stopped over and over again back when we were doing Brannigan's questline, but otherwise everything's been, you know, I've just been able to just talk to people again or whatever. But I would like it all to run smooth the first time so that people don't have to, like, figure out what to do or go to the forums. It'd be nice if it just all worked as expected. Sorry, dog meat. Oh, he's all bloody. Poor guy.
EMP detected. Catastrophic damage to main reactor. Engine and rudder non-responsive.
Whoa, 8 missiles, alright.
3B forward to 5D mid starboard side, taking on water.
Where are those other laser turrets? Or missile, or just turrets. I don't think they're laser. Nope, not doing unlock. You guys saw how good I am at that. Actually, I don't even think I have lockpick perks, so I can't even do anything beyond novice anyway. Where was that? Alright. Can I reach you? Got him. I guess I should stim up. Actually, we'll go with my second favorite method of healing. The kind that gives you caps afterward. Oh, there they are. I knew there were more turrets. There we go. Where else? Is there a second one there? Yep. Gotcha. Alright, I know we can lift this up. I don't remember if it's part of the quest, but I love that they figured out how to turn this into an elevator on our team. That was Business Vulture, our main level designer, who does most of our custom spaces. I don't know if he figured out how to do the elevator or if that was Sag who did it, but it looks really awesome. Oh yeah, and this is the door I need to go through. I gotta remember that, because I've done this quest line before, not for camera, and spent a long time lost. And I don't remember if this is necessary, like if going under there is necessary for the quest, or if it's just fun. Like that, I love when you can attach all this stuff on elevators. It's really cool that the engine lets you do that. But yeah, I don't remember if there's any purpose to this. I don't think there's any. Oh god, the rads, the rads. Or if it's just there might be just some Mirelurks down here or something, or some loot. Let's check. Definitely gonna be some Mirelurks down here. Hey, buddy. There's some stims, maybe. Yeah. What else we got? Anything else useful? No. Alright, now how do we get back up there? Oh, right behind me. And then it's right through here. Here we go.
Alright, I lost a bet. I owe that dead robot a can of oil now. I figured Fiona'd wait at least a week before sending in a rescue. So, you the cavalry? If I didn't know better, I'd think she was having a big laugh at my expense right about now. And after I'd made a friend, too.
Who are you? What are you doing out here?
I'm Raphael, the guy you were probably asked to rescue. If it ain't obvious already, you didn't stumble here on accident. And right now, mostly I press random buttons, eat canned beans, and kick that dead robot until my leg hurts and I feel better. It's not one of the anger management things Alice tried teaching me. But hey, kicking shit is still a time-honored tradition.
Oh man, there's something funky going on with his face texture. I wonder if, I don't know, I didn't tab out. Usually when I tab out of the game that happens. It looks almost like the inversion of the dark face bug that can happen in the game engine.
That's right. I'm here to rescue you.
Much as I hate to get between.
Maybe that's his normal texture and I just haven't noticed. I did this quest line once before when I was recording for the voice actors, but I didn't notice it then.
Of course. I ran into a bit of a problem with that. Thought I'd swim through a big hole in the side, take out a couple of Mirelurks, be on my way. You any good with this techie stuff? So I'll give her to me. Pressing buttons just made it worse.
Wait, not worth it? What? I'm not choosing that.
I have some more questions first.
If you can be bothered to ask, go ahead.
It would be nice to know more about you.
If you wanted my life story, gotta disappoint. You just missed a dramatic retelling I gave to Rustbucket a couple hours ago.
No, I don't think it's the water pour in front of him. If maybe you guys can't see the detail because I'm streaming at lower quality, but it almost looks like he's got what's that skin condition? Is it vitiligo? Like where his next to his right lip is kind of turned white, and along the border of his hairline looks like it's changing colors.
It's all right. You can tell me.
I'm gonna regret this. Fine. Not like you won't find out. The other volunteers don't exactly keep their mouths shut about it. Before the Nightingales, I was a raider. Now, I don't give a shit what you think of that. If you want, whine to Fiona about it. Everyone else does.
Everyone's got a past. The important thing is you're trying to...
Mithra, yeah. There's a lot of times we'll catch the voice actor mispronouncing stuff, and a lot of times we just go with it anyway. And it's funny that, like, I've caught my wife is very well read, and sometimes I will read a word and I'm like, I want to use that in a sentence, and I'll use it and I'll say it totally wrong, and she'll be like, did you mean this? And it's like, damn it, I went for it and didn't know. As you guys know from hearing my Patreon shoutouts, I like to just go for it and see what happens. So I assume the voice actors are going the same way. They're like, yeah, I think I know what that word is, and just they've never read it aloud and they just go for it, and I appreciate that about them.
What's the story with this place?
Big place. Most of it's still sealed off. Mirelurks I can shoot, but the pre-war security is above my pay grade. As far as the story, I just know what Fiona told me. Ship couldn't dock. Bombs fell. This thing got sunk out of sight and out of mind. Find it hard to believe it used to float. What with all the metal. And even I could tell you, electricity plus water equals bad.
That's all I needed to know.
All right then. Got any ideas on how to get through this security?
Let's figure it out.
Serious security. Maybe there's another way around it.
I can't make claws from teeth of this stuff. Maybe you'll have a better time of it.
Okay. I don't have anything with robotics, so I can't do that.
Gotta find the password.
Let's see, I think I can sneak past with this. Yeah, Charisma 7.
Now that's a beautiful sound. Come on. Let's see what all the security is for.
Alright, I don't know what the best weapon for this is going to be. Can I take out a Protectron with this?
Reroute power from auxiliary generators. Main reactor has been lost. Prioritize repairs to water pump systems. All non-essential staff begin lifeboat launch procedures.
Where are you, Protectrons?
Approach and identify yourself.
Or did I pass them already?
Citizens will not all wait right there.
Oh, that did nothing. Need something stronger. Alright, let's try this combat rifle again. Yep, that works a lot better.
Zombie white cells, Cassandra calls this sort of thing. Don't ask me why. I don't get half the shit she says.
And then I think there's a bunch of Mirelurks down here, which are gonna wreck me. Oh, legendary. Haha, get him. Alright, I don't use VATS much, but this feels like a good time.
Shit, deadly.
Oh. Why am I stuck? Come on. Alright, might be time to jet here. Come on, Ref, get up. Alright, how about this? Come on, you got this, buddy. There we go. Whoops. I think I just shot him. My bad. +1 agility perception. I don't know if that's better than what I got. And I think I'm pretty sure I've watched other people stream this, and there is a Mirelurk King, because I remember that awful sound they make. Let's see here.
Insufficient power from auxiliary systems. All watertight doors non-responsive from decks 2 to 5.
Maybe I can sneak past it. Nope. Oh god. There's that sound. Oh, that's a terrifying sound. I must have died to these things a lot, or that sound would not bother me as much as it does. Haha, you can't fit through the door. Hitbox is too big. Oh, poor doggo.
This is a fucking meat grinder. Fall back.
How's this doing? That's doing pretty decent damage. Heal, bullet sponge. Don't need any Mirelurk meat. Thank you very much. Did you guys kill the other one? Dog meat. Here you go. Much better, much better. Yeah, they must have got the other one. Or he ran down this hall and I'm gonna pop right into him. Yeah, he's still alive. Okay. Wait. Was that Raph hiding? What? What?
This is a fucking meat grinder. Fall back.
Okay. Confidence level needs to be jacked up on Raph. Let's fix that. Raph. So there's a confidence setting in on NPCs, and if you don't set it to foolhardy, they can just if that's one of the levels of confidence, they can just like they take a certain amount of damage and they'll just give up on combat and run away. He needs foolhardy confidence. Confidence. Wrong. There we go. Alright. I think that might be the end of the combat encounters.
Hold up a second. I think this might be something. Hey.
Alright, reloading.
Hey there.
Looks like books. Still intact. Huh. Pathology. Damn. Nearly strained something on that one.
What's the problem?
Can't read. Thought it was pretty obvious. Never really bothered learning. Da tried teaching me, but he croaked before it took. Ellis got it into his head to teach me. Kid's a weird one, though. Heart bleeding worse than Fiona's. And that's saying something. Guess I should have tried a little harder, considering the kind of shit I'm volunteering for.
Why don't you tell me what's so interesting about this?
Don't know. Ugh, why do they make the words so tiny? My eyes are swimming just looking at them. I know the word pathology, though. It's what Cassandra does, or studies, or whatever. Maybe these are textbooks or journals or something. Crates look heavy. Might be sealed well enough to survive the swim back, though. If it doesn't take me to the bottom with it. What do you figure?
Good idea. Wouldn't want these things falling into the wrong hands.
Yeah. Let's hope whatever is at the end of the ship is small and pocket-sized.
Alright. I think he took a box of books, but I don't know which one, because it like faded out. I assume it was something here, but I just didn't notice what it was. Capsule key, yeah, we'll take that.
More of this shit. What's the point of having more than one locked door? Are these ships meant to double as forts or something?
Limited power restored to deck 4 to 6. Engineering personnel are hereby instructed to cease restoration of system power and report
Oh
to
man,
muster
hey, here we go.
stations.
I don't think I need that, but I'll take it anyway. Anytime I see a item with a plus sign, I'm tempted. Alright.
What's up? Not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping we'd find nothing.
Yeah? Why is that?
I don't get paid to think. And I doubt you give a shit about my opinion anyway.
You're not having second thoughts about doing this.
Yeah. You're not the one who has to lug this thing out of here. What's with the cold? I might freeze my fingers off on it. Don't even know what this junk's supposed to be. There's a terminal over there. Probably has everything you need to know.
Thanks, Raph.
Why the hell did I sign up for this shit? Whatever you figure. I can't hold both this thing and the books we picked up. I'm gonna have to pick one.
Uh-oh. Oh, I saw these in the background when we were in the camera mode there. Almost missed them. Let's see. Yeah, more chems. Thank you.
This is Captain Alice.
Holy cow.
All hands, abandon ship.
Now we're talking. Look at all this stuff. Hooray.
I repeat, do not.
Give me your chems.
We are redirecting lifeboats.
More chems. Oh my god, there's so many. Fantastic. Did I miss another drawer? No, I got them all. Alright. Let's see here. Let's read about this. Let's see. Standard medical kit, transportation longevity. Water chip, water purifier, unresponsive. Liquid nitrogen tank. Alright, what was that first one? That was the one that was relevant, I think. Sealed cryogenic container unit, standard medical kit, safety notice, critical unit is critical for the And there's corresponding vaccines. Okay, so that's what we need. We need the vaccine thing. All right, so let's see what options we have. I feel like this could be a speech check moment
Worth
here.
calling it back? Or are we just gonna pretend this room is empty?
I have something for you.
What? From Ellis, yeah. I told that kid. If I'm not back in a couple of days, I'm probably dead. Should have figured. Thanks. I still had some handy, but, yeah. Always good to have extras.
I'm not ready to make a call yet.
Can we get on with things already? I'm dreading the swim back enough as it is.
Let's see here. I'm pretty sure there's a way to get both the books and the things, but I don't remember how it works. I'm trying to remember how you do it. It's something like I think it was maybe I was supposed to offer to take the books or something. Let's see.
Well,
let's try his and take
calling
it.
Back? Or are we just gonna pretend this room is empty?
It sounds like just what we need right now.
Hold up! I can't carry both this thing and those books we picked up. If you think this is worth it, I'm ditching the extra weight.
Why not?
Because heavy stuff sinks. Stuff tied to heavy stuff also sinks. So if it's all the same to you, I'm gonna ditch the extra crap.
Sure, go ahead.
If you say so. Let's hope this is worth the frostbite. Cool. Alright, all set. Let's get out of here.
Oh, you guys saying I had to have the strong back perk to do it myself. Okay. Fair enough.
Make my own way back now. Meet back up at the hospital. If you don't want to throw some caps your way.
Okay, let's get out of here. And she floods. I'm pretty sure there are a couple different ways to get both, actually. I don't think it's just strong back, because I remember talking about this quest with Sag, who implemented it, and Cynical, who wrote it, and there was a lot of complex stuff going on with it, where it was a lot of work to get it all working. So I either just lacked the perks, or I just failed to like look around and see all the options. All right, let's go grab Spectacle before I forget about it. Oh man, we need some erratics. Holy cow. But I'm pretty sure there's a second way to get both. I just did not find it, so. Does strong back require a perk, or is it just, I mean, like a high level? Yeah, it's a strong back, so you need to have 6 strength, which I do not have. Let's see, going back up through chat while we do some swimming. The Illusion, do you know what the energy setting is in the NPC setting? I remembered it at some point, like I learned it, and I could not tell you for the life of me what it is. I didn't remember it. I had learned it at some point. I remember looking into it myself. It has something to do with the wander mechanic, where NPCs will randomly... It's something like an NPC has enough energy to do a thing for X amount of time, and then when they run out of energy, they switch what they're doing for their sandboxing. It's something like that. I don't. It was something that I think doesn't get used much in Fallout 4. I think it was something they introduced during Oblivion, because that was the first major NPC overhaul that Bethesda did, where like people started having, you know, crazy schedules and stuff that they would live out their lives. Oh God, more Mirelurks. No, 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 no. Not interested. Right away. Where are you, dog meat? I need your help. I need you to tank for me. Oh, it says there's a second one. I keep going Mirelurk Hunter and then Razor Claw, but I don't see the Razor Claw. Oh, dog meat's fighting it. Okay. That's doing nothing. Uh-oh. Which means if dog meat's down means... There we go. This is doing decent damage. Oh, God. There we go. One down. Alright, let's see if I can get... Okay, give me that headshot. Yeah, that wasn't great, but better than nothing. There we go. Where's Doggo? Did you recover? Where's he at? I don't hear him whimpering. Okay. I guess I'm not really going to build here right now, so I don't need to do the little quest. I just, as long as I got the map marker, that's all that matters. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, let's head back to talk to Fiona again. Actually, is it daytime now? Yeah, I can go buy all the ammo off of, what's his name in Diamond City. Oh, let's see here. Thiago Sunfeld could be cool if with a perk along the way it would release a boat and you could take both things and be teleported to the castle when finished. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. We talked about briefly doing a... oh, wait, did it get turned night again during my fast travel? Yeah, damn it. We talked about doing a, like an actual rideable boat could be a fun mechanic to do, but it's kind of feature creep. It's not really necessary. Oh, bummer. I was hoping to score some more ammunition. Oh, well. Off we go. Let's see here. I was going to look at that legendary I picked up, see if it's any good. Looks like it's a upgrade on my physical damage plus that. Let's see, right arm. What do I got right now for right arm? Yeah, I don't use VATS at all. Or, well, you guys see me use it a couple times now, but I rarely use it. So, and that was... yeah, that was basically nothing. So definitely an upgrade there. And I got something else to sell. I guess I don't need the gunner uniform. I got plenty of weight, though. I don't need to play inventory management right now. That is boring for me and for you. Zoom in on your pillow so we can see, please. I don't know what you mean by that. Let's see here. Danny Powers, I've downloaded SSM2 and Chapter 2 on my Xbox One, and no matter what playthrough on the beginner missions, he always like won't talk or something. Oh, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Who won't talk, but maybe you could describe it better and somebody else could help you there. I'm not sure what you're after. Otherwise, the best way to get help for something like that is going to be to go to our forums and post in the help section.
The place to live, I tell you.
If I knew exactly what you were going through, I'd tell you the information I had to help you. But
this is what we do. You know that better than anyone.
You hear gunshots every minute in this hellhole. Doesn't mean you gotta chase down each bullet. It's probably just super mutants.
I don't think so. Guards said it came from the direction of the pre-war hospital, and there was laser weapon fire.
Gunners, even better. Come on, Fiona. Just let one go for a change. Don't you have enough sick folks here?
Oh, there you are. I'm glad to see you safe and sound. And Raphael, too. Here, we didn't agree on payment, but I'd like to give you what I can.
Yeah, I'll ask for more caps.
Come on. My time's worth more than that.
Well, you didn't have to help us. Alright, here's some extra chems. But I really can't give more than that right now. I wish I had time to stick around and ask about everything that happened, but there's been a bit of an emergency.
Gunshots downtown is not an emergency fee. It's a fact of life.
Raphael.
Bleeding fucking hearts. All of you. Fine. I'll go on ahead. And make sure it's not some asshole using ferals for practice.
And that was quite the stash of chems she just gave me.
We're heading out to the old hospital downtown. If you'd like to see what we do in the field, or just lend a hand, you're welcome to join us there.
I'll meet you there.
Shouldn't be too much trouble. Gunfire's died down already. Thanks again for getting Raphael back. I'm sure he'll fill us in on what happens soon. And what these crates are all about. Well, something for later.
Alright, now they should all gear. Oh, she didn't put her mask on. What are you doing? There she did. And I think Cassandra comes running out of the back room too. Yep, there she goes. Alright. Alright, so now enough time has passed, and like, let's see, it's 10:45, so I think I'm gonna I'm gonna put a pause on Nightingales for tonight, and I want to go check on CPD again. See if we definitely don't have time to finish that quest, because I spent way more time on this quest than I expected. CPD, because I'm trying to think what's left in that quest line for the CPD. You have to, I think there's 3 more bits to it, to the CPD, to finish that quest line. So, but I'm curious if we've got the next piece unlocked or not. Oh, Mod Hunter, zoom in on your Pip-Boy, please. Ah, gotcha. So like that. There you go. I think it holds that setting. All right, let's see. Oh, wow, that is really big for me now. Let's see. So I guess we just head over to CPD. It doesn't really... I don't remember if there's an objective to check in on them later. So we'll just try going and seeing if they pass. I'm sure it's just a time pass. So I'm sure we have like a 48-hour or 72-hour timer or something. But I don't remember if there's an objective to pull you back or if you just they just expect you'll go back and check on them. What was... Uh-oh. Sniper rifle. Let's see. We can pop this suicider off. Hey, buddy. Gotcha. Any other super mutants hiding over here? Or did I blow you all up when I got your suicider, buddy? Oh, look at... They're all just toast. I don't think I got them all with that. I mean, I'm going to pretend I did because that'll feel really awesome. But I heard dying when we arrived here. Oops. So I think they just were dead when we got here. We'll take credit for it, though. We definitely got their loot. Let's see. The CPD projectons out here is a good sign that something's working. What do you think?
Hey.
Do you not have voice files? You should. How about you?
Hi.
Huh. Those guys aren't voiced for some reason. We definitely had... We had several voice actors voice all the CPD officers. I wonder if they're set up incorrectly. More stuff for the bug list. And actually, I'll let me go back out there. Sorry, guys. I need a save right there so I can use this for bug fixing. Let's see, CPD officers, mute. Out we go. Out we go. Danny Powers is complicated. Like if I had a hammer after I'm done completing, it won't let me pass it. Another mission's like when you get the recreational plot, it won't let Jake speak, just trade. So that probably for both of those quests, it's probably just script lag, just massive script lag, especially on Xbox. You just got to be patient. You can't talk to him; he'll start his conversations automatically during those quests. That would be my assumption is what's going on. All right, let's do.
Please stand.
Oh.
Clear. This.
Just patrols everywhere out here.
You're normal.
All right, let's go. Save. CPD officer not talking. There we go. I will try and fix that later. Kyle Harris for the cop quest where you can get bounties. I completed a bounty. I went to go collect it and it glitched out and didn't complete. I was wondering how I'd get around that. I know that the bounties are kind of separate from the story, so if you don't have to. I know we had some problems with some of the bounties and we disabled them. Maybe more of them are broken than we're aware of. That's one of those things that I'll go through at some point and do a big bug fix pass on, but I haven't had time. Wait, you're not talking either? What is going on here? All right, we're gonna... Just out of curiosity, I'm going to try going out here and passing another 24 hours and see what happens. Yeah, this is a long load screen. I'm really craving some coffee right now. Yesterday, I made a real great pot of, not coffee, a real great pot of pork shoulder chili, and I went way overboard on the sriracha on top when I was eating it. If you haven't put sriracha on chili, it's amazing. And my stomach has been killing me for the last day and a half, so I have not had any coffee. Let's see here. Pastime. So telling you guys to throw sriracha on your chili, and then also warning you of stomach pain that may follow. Let's see here, but that's just me. Do you talk now? Shandy being outside.
Hey, bub.
Hey, here we go.
I got a message for you. They found the butcher. And then I gotta get back so I don't get left out again. Man, I just gotta see this one.
That's great news.
So here's the message.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm gone.
based on how much
Last
time has
one
passed
there,
since I last
so
talked to them. I think
grab
it's got to be a 48-hour timer. I'm thinking. There we go. So we've got the next leg of this, which yeah, I can do that part, and then we'll finish it up next week. I didn't realize how much time I had spent on the how much time I just spent on, which I don't remember the holotape note or name now. CPD message holotape. Okay, I didn't realize how much time we had spent on Nightingales. There's a lot of dialogue in that one.
Attention all CPD officers. We have located the Butcher's hideout. All available personnel are to rendezvous at the attached coordinates ASAP. Remember, the Butcher is a high-risk, high-priority target. Remain concealed and do not engage unless instructed to by senior officers.
Okay. Let's check out best approach from Thicket Excavations. Let's see if I have that. I don't know if I even have that explored yet. Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Thicket Excavations we go. Stops giving out bounties after you take out the Butcher. Interesting. That doesn't sound correct. I think the bounties were meant to be doable forever, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright, this fog is not doing anybody any favors. Let's force weather to be to B52A. There you guys go. Hey, there's Simon. Couldn't even see him where I was standing.
Hi.
Oh, it's just a CPD officer. There we go. Here's everybody.
Great. You made it.
I've been watching the shack. The big guy must be the Butcher, and there's at least one of the gang in there.
But we don't know for sure.
Now that we're all here, I say we just hit the shack with everything we've got, and not let that beast get close with his blades.
But as I was saying, we don't know for certain that they're guilty. We need to bring them in for questioning.
It's all right. We'll work on this together.
Yeah, you're right. We'll work together on this.
We always do. We just sometimes have healthy discussions along the way.
Anyway, we need someone to break the deadlock. Do we give them the chance to surrender and answer questions?
Or do we trust the tip-off and just take them down from a safe distance?
Well, tell me about the options.
So the first option is simple. We open up with everything we've got and catch them by surprise. Then we put them down before they can react. Our intel suggests that the Butcher is a complete psycho, and most lethal in close quarters, so we can't let him get close.
But that intel isn't 100% reliable. We don't even know for certain that the guy down there is actually this Butcher, or that he did any of what they say. Only way to be sure is to question him and look for more evidence.
So, safe but messy, or careful and risky?
I'd prefer a peaceful solution.
Oh, you can't be serious. You're gonna get one of us killed.
Lena, we're the police. This is how we have to do it. Anyway, with you and the rest covering, we still have the upper hand. Care to join me?
What do you need me to do?
Okay, I'd like you to back me up. That'll be enough of us to make them think twice about trying anything, but not so many they think we're attacking. Listen carefully to what they say, push them to give us more information, and try to keep things from getting messy. That okay?
Lead on.
Let's go.
Okay, here we go.
He's taking the long route. He's hold on. He's got to get his nerve up. Any moment now, Simon. What do you think, buddy? Oh, there he goes. Must have been some sort of script running to get all of them to pull their guns out. I guess I should do the same, huh? Gotta intimidate. Yeah, dog, you found the people. That's what you're finding.
This is the Commonwealth Police Department. We have you surrounded. Come out unarmed with hands where we can see them. Comply and no one needs to get hurt. We just need you to answer some questions.
What do you want? We don't want no trouble.
Honey, Patty, are we in trouble?
Oops, I think I just busted the dialogue camera there. Oh, here we go.
I have some questions.
Well, go on. If it'll
Yeah, the
help
game did not
sort
like
this
me doing
out,
that.
ask
Using zoomed in on a thing when a conversation piece came up.
Who are you?
I'm Patty, and this here is my Pete. We're just setting up home here. We're doing no harm.
So what's the deal with you two anyway?
We's man and wife. Got ourselves married by the chaplain in D.C., then came here so we can be together without folks bothering us.
Patty.
Oh yeah, somebody caught this was in the trailer, but we took off the silly hat for him and just made him look like a terrifying gunner.
Never part and all that.
What are you doing out here?
We're hiding from the gunners. We ran off from them and we ain't never going back.
No, can't let them find us. If they find us, they'll hurt us. They like to hurt folks. We're not like them. Honest.
I don't have any more questions.
What is it you think we done? Why are you doing this to us?
Wait, what? What just happened there?
I don't have any more questions.
What is it you think we done?
That was weird.
Why are you
I
doing
hit
this
let
to us?
Simon carry on. I just went to that. That's weird. Something's broken there.
Calm down. We're just here to talk.
Okay. We don't want no trouble. What is it you want with us?
Pete Emmons, aka The Butcher. You are wanted for crimes committed as part of the gunner unit known as the Hellhounds. You are accused of leading the Hellhounds in committing multiple counts of murder, theft, and countless lesser crimes. Have you anything to say?
Pete's no leader, and he's nothing to do with those Hellhounds no more. The real boss, they did all that. They did this too, I bet.
I have some more questions first. Can you tell me about your trouble?
One of the options was Butcher,
We,
cool name.
Both of us used to be with the
great.
gunners. But that wasn't the company for folks like us. Especially folks like Pete.
Made me join them. The gunners gave me a job. Then they made me go with them. I'm not going back. Don't make me.
When I heard how the Hellhounds were treating Pete, I just knew we had to get away.
Cool name. Intimidating.
We met working in the gunner kitchens. See, we're cooks, not soldiers.
Name's Pete. But I'm good at cutting up meat and making food, so they call me Butcher. Like in the song, you know, Chop Chop, Butcher Pete.
Who is they?
As evil a bastard as I ever met. Mr. Elisher. He's one of them folks who thinks killing is for sport.
He's the O.C. Lieutenant Elisher. But you just call him Sir. Sir, yes, sir, right away, sir.
Likes other folks to do the killing, though. Stirs 'em up and sets 'em off in a frenzy. Don't like it too easy, neither. Loves the hunt, he does.
I don't have any more questions.
And what now?
Gonna deserve to die to poor Pete.
Well,
Come on.
I'm getting less and less convinced that we're standing in the presence of the Hellhounds gang and their ruthless, psychotic leader.
You have to believe us. It's not us you want, and I can tell you where the ones you want will be.
Where are they?
Where are they holed up?
They're using one of the old gunner camps. I writ where it were in my diary. I checked up on them, making sure they weren't after us.
I believe you, but I still need answers.
Okay, good. We'll tell you anything you need to know.
We're not going to arrest you, but I would like to get you somewhere safe and take your statements. Make sure that justice gets done.
Oh, hell no. Those are our best suspects. You can't just let them off. And what about these that I just found in the shack? Gunner papers. Secret plans and some sort of code. Got anything to say about these?
Do you think you can decipher them?
It won't take me long, but I'd be even quicker just making one of these two spill their guts. How about it?
No! That's our papers! stuff about me and Patty. You can't have them.
No, it's okay. We want him to read it all. Go on then, read them. And that's not code. I just don't write so good. Gunner stuff and the chaplain's writing should be good, though.
What do you mean by that?
Those papers, all they say is we weren't good gunners, that we got married, and my boring diary. If you can read my writing.
Look, it says...
Pete, you're in the way. Move.
No, that can't be right. Fuck. Fuck. I nearly... Oh, fuck, she's right. It says they were just cooks. Fuck. We nearly killed. We were tricked.
So the
Man, Lena's read on that line was really good. That voice actress nailed it.
I'm so sorry. It looks like we have a mutual enemy and they know where you live.
They found us? But they'll hurt us. They'll hurt Patty. Please, help. Please.
It's all right. We'll work on this together.
That's right. We're going to work together now. We can keep you safe, and you can tell us all about these hellhounds.
Thank you. If you mean to kill those hellhound bastards, we'll help you. Whatever you need, although we ain't much as fighters.
I'll get them back safely to HQ. It's the least I can do. You should go check out that camp of theirs. I'm still feeling a bit foolish.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
Thanks. It's better if you guys call the shots for now.
Okay, sis. You and the Emmons head back to HQ, and we'll go do some recon on this camp. Everyone good with that?
Yes, thank you. I writ down where the camp's at. You should have it in those papers of mine.
All right.
Recon, eh? So, what are we looking for?
Well, we need to check if the hellhounds are there or not, how many of them there are, and what they're up to. Once we have a better idea of their strength and intentions, we can work out how best to deal with them.
No argument from me. Let's go.
Great. No time to waste. I'll give you coordinates for the rendezvous, and we can decide how to proceed once we're there. Good luck, everyone.
Now, is he my companion, or am I meeting him there? I'm meeting him there. Okay, cool. So we can put a pin in this right now. Yeah, I just realized poor Luke, the wonderful person who does the video editing for this, is gonna have like over an hour of content of NPCs talking. He can easily... Luke, if you need to, go ahead and split this into 2 episodes. I realize, like, I'm doing more gameplay stuff today than I have in, like, the last 3 episodes combined. There's so much dialogue to hear. And it's also good. The Nightingales and CBD are voiced fantastically. So I don't want to talk over them. I just want you guys to be able to hear them. So we're going to head back to Sanctuary now. And I'll do my usual end of session save. And then we will... oops. Forgot to hit fast travel. And then we're going to go into engagement mode. So if any of you guys have had questions I missed, you want to repost, things you guys want to talk about, I'll just hang out for another hour and a half. We'll see how long I go. We'll just chat. So make sure you ping me with that King Gath if you got any things you want to talk about and questions or whatnot. We'll go into those. I'm going to be at a settlement so that I can show you guys stuff with the mod, as I figure that's the most common place people have questions. And I also got to remember to stop recording the video on my other computer so I don't burn that thing's hard drive down to the ground. So we're going to go LP day 12, end of session. There we go. And then we're going to use do my favorite, force the weather, set the time scale, 0.1, and then run way away from Hammerville. Over here.
You ready to help out?
Oh, no. No. Another settlement needs your help. The chain has begun. Okay. I'm going to pin ourselves here. Let's stop. Let me grab my other mouse here. I had, I think I mentioned this earlier in the stream. I had a KVM set up so I wouldn't have to have 2 keyboards and mouse. Now it's really awkward. I got 2 keyboards and mice on my desk. That was good. That was some good questing. We got Nightingale's first quest done. CPD, we're just about done. I think it's like basically just this next quest. I don't know if, let me see here. Were we on, is it the same quest still, or was that no, this is a new quest. So I think this is either this is the last quest or it's broken into 2 parts. I don't remember, but we're almost done with CPD as far as the main quest line in there, which is nice. So I guess I could have accomplished that goal of completing CPD today if I'd have just pastimed sooner, but I was hoping that it would just happen naturally from all me bopping around the map for the Nightingales. Oh well, still was a good time. Starbuck Hammers. Yes, indeed. Mythor, did you find anything wrong with the communication station recruitment thing? Yes, that is one of the things coming in 2.03. Not only did I fix the communication station so it acts as a radio now, I actually buffed it. I realized the communication station costs a ton of resources to run, and also it has 3 levels and there's no benefit at the higher levels. So communication station, starting with Friday's patch, has a 10, then 20, then 30% buff to recruitment rate chance. So it'll really be helpful for those settlements that are struggling with happiness, where you just need more bodies. It'll help you get those real fast. So communication station is fixed and getting a buff in 2.03. Let's see, Danny Power. Dude, you all are so good at making good story. Wall, have you not tried making a game? We might do that one day, but you know, there's a lot of advantages to modding. Like, we get a built-in instant audience. Like, you know, you guys might not have given our story a chance if we were just a nobody game company. We also get to rally around a lot of, you know, we have a lot of the back stuff to the story solved for us, right? Like, we have the whole Fallout universe and backstory to pull from, which is helpful. And we built on top of the vanilla story. We didn't just like pull this out of nowhere. But yeah, there's some really great writers on our team who've done some really cool stories. And it's been awesome to work with them. And I also, if I had not done this through modding, I wouldn't have met any of those great folks. So it had to be a mod first. But now we're kind of on the path of like, we gotta finish what we started. So we gotta finish the stories that we've got going, and we'll see what happens after that. But I think a lot of the people on the core team are interested in, you know, doing more than just some settlements too. But we'll see. We don't know. We have no idea exactly what our future holds. Let's see, Starmonk. We need the execute function from Concord just for Preston. Yeah, I don't know if I mean I'll probably bring back the execute function because it was fun, but there's a lot of stuff that was in Conqueror that doesn't fit thematically with what SS2 is doing. So my hope is that one day I can convince the voice cast from Conqueror to come back and finish the Conqueror story, and then we can port all the Raider stuff and make it kind of like an add-on pack for like a story pack, story pack for SS2 Chapter 3. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Let's see here. James Roden, during the CPD quest, does the Batafel cell get hijacked? Because I know that the Raider children and make some changes to place. Yeah, that's a hijack, so that's a separate copy of the cell. I think anytime we make major structural changes or anything, or we have to like modify the vanilla stuff, we do a hijack. We do not like editing vanilla content at all. So the hijacks are our solution to that, where we get to kind of have our cake and eat it too. It's not an immersive solution for people who still need to get the vanilla cell, but I would prefer the unimmersive solution to making ourselves straight and compatible with stuff. Mythor, oh sweet, thanks so much. I don't remember what. Oh, that was regarding the communication station. Yeah, that's coming. Let's see, Thiago Sunfeld could also help if the settlers would have better stats. That is also, the communication station is supposed to buff them a little bit. I think some of the stuff, there's definitely some stuff I want to do playing around with recruitment in settlers. So I like that the early game you get really bad settlers, but yeah, it would be cool if there were a way to recruit better settlers later. You know, maybe tie their stat pool size to the happiness of the settlement. So that basically, if you have a successful settlement, it would recruit more qualified people. That to me would be an interesting mechanic to play around with. There's a lot of room for that with leaders too, like with the people to add a trait to leaders to make better settlers appear, things like that. There's some HQ stuff we might tie into that, but yeah, I'm aware that right now the training speed for the recreational plots is not ideal for a lot of people who aren't trying to play 1,000-hour saves. Then, you know, the pace of getting settlers leveled up is too slow for a lot of folks. So hopefully we can do something about that. For now, though, the best solution is just take advantage of all the named settlers that we have. I think we have something between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. There's probably like 40 some people you can recruit. So you can stock HQ with really well statted people just by, if you just grab like all of our unique NPCs. You know, people that are in the vanilla game, like the Concord 5 and your companions, you can pretty much fill all of HQ with pretty high stat people. Let's see here. Jim Simon, look into the Dell Premiere multi-device wireless keyboard and mouse. Have it and it switches nicely. I use it for Mac PC and my iPad. Perfect solution. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I have a had an old school KVM, but it would not work without the monitor plugged in, which was a bummer. I had used it for a long time and it was working great, but then when it did not work with the the capture card, so I had to yank it out. And I don't mind that because I almost never use that other computer anymore. It was the computer I used before I got this one, and I have a lot of files on there, so I assumed I would be going back to it all the time, but I ended up just copying all the files up to a Google Drive, and now almost never use computer. So I'm glad it's got a second life here. Alan Ray is you just pinged me with King Gath. I don't know. Maybe you were. Oh, here's your question. It's on the next one. Hold on. Let me. What is this? Unhide user? Oh, somebody must have already got him. Thank you, Raybo. Looks like you got one of our wonderful webcam girls who likes to come in and spam the chat. Ellen Reyes, I've been tempted to start another Conqueror character, but should I just wait for SS hashtag, or do you plan on making Conqueror 1 compatible? Dumb question, I know, wishfully thinking at this point. So Conqueror for SS2 is the only way I'm doing it. Like, okay, so there's two parts of Conqueror. There's the storyline, which is the Raider quest line, and then there's the mechanics. The mechanics are going to be brought, almost all of them are going to be brought to the 3.0 patch of SS2, and the 3.0 patch will launch with Chapter 3. And then there's the story content from Conqueror, and the only way I will port that is if we can finish the story. We left the story hanging. There's supposed to be like 2 more chunks of content after that we have like outlined. We know what's going to happen, but it never happened. And I would just need to like reach out to all the voice actors and see if we could get them on board to come back and finish that up, which I'm probably going to try, but a lot of it's going to come down to timing. Like, we're already talking about how we need to get Chapter 3 done before Starfield comes out, and that's going to be hard. Starfield's coming out in November, and Chapter 3, I think, is bigger than Chapter 2 as far as scope. It's not bigger as far as quest content. I think Chapter 2 has the most quest content we're ever going to release in one batch. That was a crazy amount. But Chapter 3 has like deeper content, more complicated content, because we've got all these mechanics to tie into, and way more mechanics coming with 3.0 than 2.0 added. Like the HQ and disease systems were very sizable, and HQ is probably more code than anything else we've ever done, because basically we made our own workshop mode, effectively our own little mini game. But Conqueror's mechanics were really deep. I mean, we spent 1.5 years developing that, and the whole time I was adding more and more mechanics all the time. And so porting all those is going to take a minute. Yeah, I lost my train of thought there. So anyway, the Conqueror storyline is a maybe, but the Conqueror mechanics are 100% happening. So if you really like Conqueror for the story and everything, then, I mean, and either way, it's going to be a while before the 3.0 patch. I mean, the earliest I could see us possibly getting this done would be late summer, but I don't even know about that. We'll see. We're working as fast and hard as we can. Let's see. Maximus Houghton. I have a question on thing that's been bugging me a bit. You may have answered before, but seeing as the ASAMs were made and programmed pre-war, why are all the buildings plans post-war? So our headcanon for this, I don't know if it's explained in game anywhere. So if you're ever looking for some more information on our lore behind the ASAM related stuff and Robco and the relationship, if you open up the City Manager holotape and you go to tutorials, each of these tutorials will unlock as you get access to different things. And if you click on one of them, there's a listen to promotional material, and there's some in-universe stuff. So there's the text, I think, is all written for you, the player. Like, this is just straight up. And then the promotional material is the in-universe fun stuff. So it's just like fun stuff to listen to. But if you like the ASAM lore, there's some more of it in there. But the idea was basically the ASAM sensor. So like if I place one down from my inventory, one of the sensor scanner, I think we can just drop it here, and it does its little scan. It's scanning for available materials, and then the little computer here tells you what to do with those materials to make the thing that you want. So that's kind of our lore behind it. See this big laser scan? This is looking for materials nearby to tell you what you can do with them. That was my headcanon for them when I came up with them ages ago. And then we were able to do no, we don't want to salvage Sanctuary Hills. That's hilarious that it lets you. Anyway, that was always my headcanon, even before we had the cool design for them. And then we were fortunate enough to have some really talented artists and animators and sound guys put together an actual incarnation of what I had envisioned. Canuck 82, possible CPD bug, Nick Valentine, Companion Quest, Eddie Winter, Holotape 7 from South Boston PD did not advance quest. Could not drop another 9, not removed when console command advance quest. Yeah, it's because I think we have a copy of the holotape, and what we would actually have to do is like we would have to like teleport it between the cells, because you can only have one aliased version that's in the quest, so that actually counts as a quest item. And I think the copy that you get in our cell is not the real one. So like we really should just remove it and make people go to the original cell. I think that's going to be our best bet. Choo-choo one, if you made a game, what would it be? What would it be? I have no idea. Like I like what we're working on with some settlements. Like what I would probably my initial reaction would be, because I love the mechanics we're doing with some settlements, and I would love to see like what I could do with them if I didn't have engine limitations. So you know, my first thought would be to like take some settlements too, because like solving the gameplay loop is a lot of work. Like that ends up taking up a substantial amount of my time, is like figuring out, you know, laying out spreadsheets, figuring out what numbers are going to make sense. How do I tie in the mechanics in a way that's thematically appropriate, but also approachable, because I don't want it to be too complex. I know some people think it's already too complex with some of the stuff we add in, and then figuring out, you know, that, you know, the stuff that's complex, how can we mask some of that complexity, or put it so that only advanced users find it, stuff like that. Like all that's been solved now. So making it again is a lot easier. It's just like when I took SS1 and rebuilt SS2, it was a hell of a lot easier because I had solved a lot of the questions I have to ask myself of like, you know, what are the plot types you're going to have? What is each purpose? What are each of their purposes? Like we had that part solved. So having a lot of that solved, there's like a lot of the mental work is already done. So then we can just focus on implementation, which goes really fast once you're not stopping to ask yourself complicated questions. So like that would be my initial instinct. If other game types I like that I'd be down for making, I really love old school adventure games like the LucasArts style, like Grim Fandango is one of my top games of all time. Highly recommend. If you enjoy a good story and enjoy solving puzzles, and they're pretty easy puzzles. There's only, I think, 1 or 2 of them where it might get you hung up, but obviously there's plenty of guides. It's like a game you can finish in 3 or 4 hours, I think. Fantastic story, love that. But that type of game, I wouldn't mind making one of those myself. And then the roguelike genre, and roguelike and roguelite. I guess roguelite is the one I actually like. Roguelikes I always hated. It was just like, I'm not good enough at these games. I don't have enough time to invest to like grind at them. And then roguelite felt still similar to that, and I finally got turned on to the genre by Hades. That game was incredible, so good. Like having the mechanic built into the story, the idea of the roguelite built into the story, and having it reactionary, like you unlock more story content after you die, like that was the missing piece for me. So like I could definitely see myself wanting to make a game like that. Another game that I really, and it's, you know, that had a similar thing, it's not a roguelite, but it had a cool time loop feature to it. It's actually kind of a hybrid. It almost felt like a mix of a roguelite and a adventure game. Was crap, now I can't think of the name of it. I got it on the tip of my tongue. It was a Skyrim mod that got turned into a full game. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? And it was in Skyrim, it was like it was probably set in Dwemer or something, I don't remember. And then in the new one, it's in Rome now. Fantastic game, so good. But anyway, those are 2 genres I've been really into otherwise. Let's see here. Let's see, Midian. Has dialogue been fixed where Jake refers to the female as a male Slick during Commonwealth Rising when he asks you to make radio message with him? I think that's on the bug report list, and no, it hasn't been fixed. I just haven't gotten around to it. Let's see here. Kyle Harris, I have a question. How do you get your companions to work in your HQ if that's possible? So, do I have any companions I can send? Let's see. Because that was up until recently, it wasn't possible. That was in 2.02. I added the ability of that. Let's see if we have Codsworth as a... Oh, we gotta scam right through his thing. Yeah, looking good. I should be able to just take him because we already went to Concord.
He's been kidnapped.
Sir, I said...
Okay, there we go. Codsworth later be your companion. No thanks.
Not now.
All right then.
So now let's see. Now it should work. Let's see.
Codsworth.
Oh wait, I'm not in HQ. What am I doing? This save's not in HQ. Hold on, let me load another save real quick. Give me a second. I can show you how it works. Let's see. I should have one that's in. Yeah, here's one at HQ. All right, we'll load that save. All right, we'll give that a minute to load, and I'll hop over there and I'll show you how it works. It's really, really easy, but I want to show something anyway with HQ dialogue because it's helpful to people to know. Let's see, the illusion. Since you like puzzle games, you should play Maze. It's really good and will force you to think differently. Maze? Okay, I'll add that to my list. Is it cheap? If it's cheap, I'll just go buy it on Steam. So I just have it in my when I'm looking for something to do. Somebody sent me, Ono on our team, he's one of the people who designed a large portion of HQ, sent me a name of a game I bought recently, and it was like, it was an adventure game, and it's based on Cthulhu stuff, but it's not, but it's like a humorous version of it. I can't remember the name of the game. I haven't played it yet, but I liked the look of it. It's like a cartoon thing to it. I think there is actually a Cthulhu themed actual adventure game that's serious in tone too. All right, let's see here. So we're in HQ. Let's go to Sanctuary and see. You cannot fast travel. What? Did that? Oh, I got to remember to do that for before Friday. Hold on, I got to put myself a note. So there's a bug in the CK where, so I added in 2.02, I add the ability to fast travel out of HQ. Well, there's a bug in the CK where every time I do a merge, it undoes that flag, and you have to fix it in Xedit. So I'm gonna have to remember to do that every single patch. What a pain in the butt. All right, let's see. So fix HQ FT. All right, well then we'll go to console commands. We'll solve this that way. COC Sanctuary Exterior. Okay, well, we're waiting for that here. Yeah, you don't have the HQ. Mithra, you caught on me. Thiago Sunfeld, could the 2x2 Marshall plot have more impact on the game instead of just for looks? We improve the gear of settlers on guard duty. They have power armor later stages. So that's up to the individual plot designer, but Marshall 2x2s have a huge role in the 3.0 patch. Like, there are going to be 7 new subclasses for Marshall, something like that. So if you've played Conqueror, you already know what they are. But all of those are coming back, and there's one new class that we never had during Conqueror. Shortwind, thank you for the donation. Any possible way through UI, F4SE, or console to allow the user to know about script lag? I'm sure this is impossible, but I had to ask. Maybe, but nothing. That is not something I know. Whoa, what's going on here?
Hey, Slick. Just checking in, seeing how you're doing.
Oh, it's triggering.
Also, got a small request.
This is the new quest that's coming in 2.03.
You see, I was perusing through an old file cabinet, and I came across some interesting documents. They talked about.
Oh, he's not playing the animation. What's going on, player?
Seems there's a whole bunch of them throughout the Commonwealth. I tried to connect to a few of them, but looks like over the past 2 centuries, they've all gone offline.
Sneak peeks. You guys are getting sneak peeks to Friday's quest, and it is bugged out for me. So good, I'm finding that too, because I can't do anything here. So that is going on the list for fixing. There we go. Got out of there. So I don't know why that it didn't make me play the animation, and I got stuck and wasn't able to respond. But anyway, that's there'll be a new quest that's going to start up for any of you who are through most of Chapter 2 content, and it'll start up as soon as you load up patch 203. All right, let's see about. Let's run through the Codsworth dialogue.
Codsworth?
Oh, I got the bug. That's what I get for loading a new save.
Sean's been kidnapped. Doesn't matter how long. What?
Sir!
You're an idiot, is one of the
I have an idea.
Alright.
Oh, I got it cleared. I thought I had... Oh, I thought I had Preston and company here. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do it right now. It's going to take long. But let me just show you what it'll look like when you talk to somebody else. So it looks the same way with the companions. Let's see if I got somebody I can talk to. So here's the recruitment menu.
And serve.
Hi there.
So you'll get this option right here, this dialogue, and you just click work at HQ. It's that simple. And then the companion should be the same way. And if you get this and you don't want it, if you hit something else,
I'll be back.
That disables the HQ recruit menu for like 15 seconds. And then the next time you talk to the NPC, they'll give you whatever their normal dialogue would be. So if they're a companion, you'll get their companion dialogue, or if somebody else. So that's just what I want to show you guys, is if you're ever going
Can
to
I ask you something?
try and recruit for HQ, or you want to talk to an NPC and it's trying to force you to do the recruitment instead, just hit something else and then you can talk to them.
I'll be back.
I was trying to make it so that it would, after you hit that, it would automatically start the next conversation, but I have not found a way to do that with code. If anybody knows how, I am very interested in doing so. All right, let's do force weather, get back into our nice state, and then set the time scale. There we go. Now we're ready. Oh, I'm still. Oh, I guess I can be in Hammerville because the Concord 5 aren't here, and I think they're the ones who use those. But just in case, let's go over here. Okay, so that was somebody's question a while ago. Let's see. Mod Hunter 42. Can SS2 handle power grids with switches in them? Yeah, I mean it should. I don't know what you mean by handle them. They should be fine. The Illusion. Maze is $21.99 Canadian. ATM on Steam. It is worth it though. Okay. Choo Choo One. Do you still have plans to make a I don't know what YI to show radius for things like caravan services? Yeah, there's actually somebody working that on the team right now, who's working on some cool stuff for the for us to have like our own custom map where we can show custom data. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off. It's just like a work in progress right now, but it's something we're hoping to have for the 3.0 patch, because there's a lot of map stuff that is going to be really important with 3.0, and I would rather people have the visual map instead of having to like imagine it in their heads. Let's see here. Valen Love, King Yath and Shortwind. You can use the Vitomatic if the, or is it? I guess some people say it Vitomatic, some people say Vitomatic, and I guess I haven't. I think I call it Vitomatic usually, and I just read it Vitomatic for some reason. Maybe I heard someone say that recently. If the Vitomatic takes a long time to load settler stats, then you have script lag. That's a good point. That's pretty accurate. I would say the most accurate telling of script lag would be building a plot and like having the ASAM sensor react. That to me would be a good sign of script lag too. But yeah, unfortunately, like displaying script lag, there's SKK has a mod that he claims is a way to measure script lag. I remember looking into it and wondering how that could tell, but he's pretty good at this stuff. He's done a lot of good systems mods, seems to know what he's doing, so I assume that mod is pretty useful, but I don't know that that's available except on PC. Let's see. Failure because timescale 0.1. I'm not sure what's failing, but yeah, maybe. Something definitely could be going wrong with that. Let's see. Starmonk. I think King Gath doesn't like Codsworth and he never talks to him. Yeah, I think I just didn't even touch the vanilla quest. I've been considering whether I should do vanilla. I don't know if I'll have time for this. I would kind of like to do off camera, go run through the main quest before we get to the assault on Gunner's Plaza, so that we could have more factions with us on the run, but I just don't know if I'm gonna have time to do that because it takes quite a while to go through the vanilla quest and get to that point. Let's see here. Kyle Harris, I have another question. To use your Pip-Boy radio, I try to use it and it glitched out and it doesn't contact HQ. I think that there was a bug where if you used it from the Pip-Boy, it would glitch out. And I think I changed it. I thought I did it in 2.02, but maybe it's in this next patch where it waits until you exit your Pip-Boy before it does anything now. Could be wrong. Excuse me. But I know it can be finicky, the HQ radio. Like, that was really challenging to get that working, to allow the player to talk to, like, an invisible NPC, so it looks like you're coming from their Pip-Boy. And I know for some people it's finicky. That's why I have it set up to where, like, if you bring out your gun and you toggle in on a third person, it, like, breaks you free of it, because I knew there were gonna be issues where people were gonna get stuck. So the only thing I can recommend if you get stuck on the HQ radio not working how you want it is to, like, move away from wherever you were, and then if for something, like, let me test it right now. HQ radio. Talk to Jake. All right, and then we exit. There we go. And now we can do and right now, because... yeah, something's screwy, because that quest that it started before, the way the HQ radio is supposed to do is if there was a quest queued up, it's supposed to go back to that one, but that clearly didn't happen. So there's something funky with that. We'll have to get that started fixed. But anyway, this is what should happen. It should push you into third person and then bring up a thing where you can ask them some basic questions.
Anything to report?
For now, everything's running smooth. I'll let you know if anything changes.
And then you can ask them this stuff as many times as you want, and you can leave. That's how the HQ radio is supposed to work. But I remember, I think prior, either in 2.03, which you'll have on Friday, or in 2.02, I already fixed this. If you could run it from your inventory and it would screw up. I think because in testing, before we released it, we always were hotkeying it, and that was like, and then it works fine from hotkey. But previously, working it from inventory would get you in a weird state. So maybe that's what you're ran into. I'm not sure. Let's see. Shortwind, you got interrupted in your answer to my impossible question. Okay, yeah, and then I ended up getting back to it. Okay. Chichi1, are Mark II beacons ever going to be a thing? I think the Mark II is kind of the salvage beacon. I think we just never called it Mark II. Salvage beacons are kind of what those are. Jim Simon, I thought of it like Vittles, Vidomatic. Yeah, what is the, so the, yeah, I think I've always called it Vitomatic. I think like vitality, but you know, however you want to say it. I think some characters in the mod say it one way and some say it another way, so whatever. I mean, technically it would be, I don't remember who came up with the name for that. I think usually like when we have, like we usually just have the devices and we just call it like, I guess we were calling it handheld vigor tester for the longest time, which is why I think the Ron refers to it as the vigor tester. And because it was always based on like, what if we had like a handheld version of the thing from New Vegas, and then we changed up how it worked and everything, and eventually we got to Vitomatic. So I don't think it even has Vito in the word or Vito in the name of the, I think it's just called the vigor tester, right? From the one from New Vegas. So I don't even remember who came up with that name. I think it was just like we were tossing around names in our team chat and ended up settling on one. Choo-choo-1, how does disease research work? I have several settlers with an unknown disease, but no option to research any new diseases. I have vaccines for all the ones I could get. Let me check my patch note. I thought I fixed that in 2.02, but maybe that's in 2.03. I often lose track. Let me check the patch notes. So there was a problem with all of the disease research. It was like none of it was unlocking, and then I fixed it recently, but I can't remember if it was the last patch or this one. Let's see. Let's search for research. Fixed a bug. Okay, this isn't the 2.02 notes. Fixed. No, that's sourcing all disease to show the same numeric data. That's not the bug I was thinking of. Okay, so I'm not seeing that in the past patch note about research. So that must be something I just fixed in 2.03, maybe. Let's see. Let's see, what else can I search for to find that? Disease? No, not disease. I just searched for that. How about research? Yeah, I'm not seeing it in the patch notes for 2.02, so it must be in the 2.03 patch that I fixed that. But man, I feel like I fixed that a while ago. Hold on, let me bring up my internal patch notes. Give me a second. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Firefox going crazy. Let's see here. Now I gotta find where I stored that file. It was probably in that one I just minimized. So you guys know I keep 4,000 tabs open at any given time. Let's see. Search for patch notes. That's not them. Why is that not coming up? 2.0. Oops. Oh, I'll get the beta notes. Here we go. That'll work. I don't know where I put my other patch note doc, but let's see here. Yep, 2.03. Fixed a bug that was preventing many of the disease research projects from unlocking in HQ. So that will get resolved as soon as you boot up 2.03. So Friday, that will be fixed. Sorry about that. Back to the questions. Thiago Zunfeld, please add a HQ research to reduce the weight for the Vitomatic. I am surprised someone hasn't patched that yet. I assumed that was going to be like a day one SS2 patch. Someone would just release an ESL to set the weight. That's what I figured someone would do, because it would take, 30 seconds to make that mod. Well, 30 seconds after the 10 minutes to load the creation kit. I guess you could do it and exit it really fast. But anyway, I assume someone would put out a mod for that by now. Kyle Harris, the visitors that you get at your settlement, will they eventually do something, or do they do something? Because I have a lot of them, and I was wondering what their purpose is. They increase your tax revenue in the settlement, so you'll get more revenue while they're wandering around. I don't remember if they have any other purpose other than just flavor to make your settlement feel more full. But I'm pretty sure I 100% know they increase the amount of money your settlement generates. Jason Todd, looking to throw some dollars your team's way via Patreon in the next week or so. Would be fantastic if you could implement some sort of dark path for the player to travel. That is what the Conqueror storyline was all about in SS1, and that's one of the reasons I really want to bring it back, because it lets you kind of play a raider. I mean, like and it fits so thematically too with like what we're doing with SS2. Like SS2. When we get to chapter 3, like I've talked about, we're introducing the Conqueror mechanics so that, and any of you who finished chapter 2 already, you know what we're setting up for just from the story moments that happen. But it like you earn your way to like being a leader of a faction effectively. And with Conqueror, it's thematically appropriate that, players who just want a shortcut, like who just like, you know what, I don't want to build up this big empire. I just want to like just to do the attack stuff. That fits in so perfectly with the raider mentality too. So it worked well as a raider story of being like, I just want from the start of the game to just be able to sack towns and take control of them, and that's exactly how that quest line played out. So it fits well. Like that's like the player wants a shortcut, and so do the raiders. And so I really hope we get to bring that back as the bad guy route. I know there's going to be some darker options introduced in certain parts of chapter 3, but I know we never have like, you're never going to go full like dark story, because it wouldn't make any sense for all the characters that we introduce you to. It would be really jarring to all of a sudden have those characters accepting you doing like horrendous things. So, but I know there are going to be some options that are leaning on the evil side, I guess, if you were to say so, if you were to call it that rather. But otherwise, the best evil experience you're going to get from us right now is only available through Sim Settlements 1 and Conqueror. Hopefully we get to port that to SS2 one day. Hopefully. Mythor, if I knew how to make patches like a 08 Vitamatic, I guess I'm like changing the name to Vitamatic. I keep reading it that way. But like a 08 Vitamatic, I'd be too busy making other patches to do it. Once you get, I've seen a lot of people start that way into modding. They like make one patch, and the next thing you know, they've got like 400 patches to their name. There's a couple people on our team who got their start into modding through making patches, and kind of and they slowly learned like, oh, it wouldn't be that big a deal to actually make a mod from here. Let's see, Sehui, I don't have no idea how you say that. Apologies. Should we expect bi-weekly updates up until Chapter 3? Is there going to stop before that? So the way I usually do it is I do bi-weekly. Oh, speaking of, it's not going to be bi-weekly this coming time because I'm on vacation next week. So, and I need 2 weeks to do a patch. Usually we do a week of development on the patch and then a week of giving it to the testers to find problems. So there'll be 3 weeks between 2.03 and 2.04. But usually it's going to go bi-weekly until we have an end in sight. So basically, we keep going with the bi-weekly patches, and then once like the team is at a point where most of the content is playable and it's like, okay, we can have this done in 6 to 8 weeks, then I kill the patches so I can focus and help them out with whatever code support they need for the last leg. And so that's when we cut down the bi-weekly patches. But I mean, you're gonna have them for the next few months for sure. Mythor, Chapter 3 of Sim Settlements 2 is hopefully coming sometime before Starfield. Yeah, that is our current plan right now. Choo-Choo 1. Will patrols be returning for Chapter 3? I love running into my guys on the road. Absolutely. Yeah, I love the patrol system too. Yeah, that's 100% coming back. Discmaster, how's progress? I just got home. Progress on my playthrough or progress on Chapter 3? That's very different questions. Talking about on the... Oh, we got another... Let's see. Remove user. There we go. Oh my god, it's several users, it looks like. How do we hide user? Here we go. Bye-bye, user. As far as progress on the playthrough, we made it through... I'm down to like the last quest on CPD, I think, and I started the Nightingale's quest. And that is where we're at. Choo-Choo 1, will there be more CPC contest after this one, or is this it? We actually were talking about... Sir Locke is one of the people who runs the contest. That we were talking the other day briefly about what a Season 4 will look like. I think what we'll do what I think we're going to do, we haven't confirmed this is just like talking aloud. What I think we're going to end up doing for Season 4 is we will delay the start of Season 4 until after Chapter 3 comes out, and then Season 4 will be all about outpost and vassal themed city plans. So like we'll make it so that there's a whole bunch that will feel great for people to use when they're playing with their armies and stuff. So like we never really did that for Chapter 1, and I think that was a missed opportunity. So I think we'll make it the focus for a whole season, and then we'll try and do like all the settlements that way. Because I'm going to be around SS2 a lot longer than Starfield comes out, and I assume a lot of you guys who are way into building will keep building. You're not going to suddenly stop just because a new game came out, unless Starfield has amazing base building. Then we'll see. So that's part of it. It's like we don't know what Starfield's going to look like and how much of the player base is going to go away. If there's enough desire to keep going CPC with the city plan contest, like in my head, as long as we get at least 3 entries every month, I'll run that thing forever. But as soon as we start seeing like months where only 2 people enter or something, then I'm going to be like, all right, there's no more interest in this. So, if you want to see the contest keep going, please keep entering it. It makes me sad whenever we do get down to 3 or 4 entries. I love the months where we get like 8 or 10 entries. Those are so exciting. Speaking of which, city plan contest, for those of you guys who haven't been around since SS1 days, we do a Masters contest at the end of the season. So this Masters contest is going to be in May. And the Masters contest is an invite-only city plan design contest. And to get an invite, all you had to do was just submit a valid entry to any of that season. And the last, so April is our last contest for the season where you can earn an entry to the Masters. And the Masters has a huge cash prize. We did $500 for first place in the past. We might up that this year. And also like a bunch of extra little goodies. I give away Steam games and gift cards, merch, and we do, for the top 3, we have these like nice little story videos put together showing off the settlement that we send you like a high-res version of. And then we release it on my YouTube channel so that you have like a little keepsake, and we'll have it professionally voice acted, so there'll be like narration going over top of the thing. So, which I think that to me is like the best prize. Like the cash is fun, but the cool thing is the little narrated videos for the top 3. So if you want to get in on that, submit a city plan in the next this contest or the next one, and we will get you an invite to that. And then again, as far as a season 4 and beyond, I think as long as you guys keep competing, we'll keep going. So Karvok, it's on you. Keep that thing rolling as long as we can. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Last week you mentioned new city contest with Mechanist Lair. How and with a mod request to use. So there's a mod I released. Man, I'm stuttering a lot today. There's a mod I released called the City Plan Contest Assistant. You can find it on Nexus. And when you install that and you load up the game, it'll ask if you're competing in the contest. And if you say yes, then the next time you visit Mechanist Lair, it should take over the settlement for you, and it should convert it into a regular settlement. Or that's what it's supposed to do. I'm not sure if it does or not. I've had a lot of people, asking me how they're supposed to build there, and I've explained that part, but maybe it's not working. I haven't tested it in ages. Like I built that functionality when the contest started, 18 months ago or whatever. So it's maybe it's broken, but otherwise you can use a mod to convert it into a normal settlement, and that's fine. Won't cause any problems. Shortwind, when does the stock ticker arrive? I'm sure you get plenty of investors to start that IPO. The stock ticker in game, or from so me doing an IPO, very unlikely. But we I previewed something on the Patreon for the 10 and up people, a little thing I'm working on that adds a marketplace system. It's nothing as advanced as stocks, but I was joking with Baron, one of the other people who does code on the mod, who did a lot of the HQ frame. Well, he did the whole under the hood stuff for HQ. He did the whole framework for it. And he's been asking me to put like some sort of banking system in the mod for a long time. And I started getting into marketplace stuff, and we were joking about how we could go crazy with it and have different factions having like different amounts of resources, and then changing the value of resources based on scarcity. And it's like, most players are not going to want anything that deep. So I know there are some people who love to play stock simulators in games. Like I think is it Star Citizen that has it? Like they basically like rebuilt, or is it Elite Dangerous? One of those Star games. They basically like rebuilt the stock market in their game, and it's all like a player-driven economy. I am not looking to do that in SS. Let's see. Gabman, hey. Are we going to get extra time to do the Masters? Yeah, Masters is 6 weeks long instead of 4 weeks, because you got to put time into all your levels. So the goal with Masters is instead of just building a city plan and then regressing it, which is what most people do, instead you can still do that, but you should be telling a story, so that as the city plan levels up, it tells a story of some sort. So if you go check out on my channel, we've had 3 contests, or 3 years of contests now, and I'm pretty sure we did videos for all of them. Did we have them? I think, yeah, we had the Masters from the get-go. So there should be 9 videos on my channel that have Masters in the title, and they will be these cool little narrated story videos we did. And we use the settlement and the designer's description of their settlements. Like they kind of write up a little story, and then we use that to inform a script for a narration. And then our team collects video footage for it to make it look nice. And I think they come out amazing. They're really, really fun to do. But yeah, that's a 6-week contest, and we might even up it. We might even make it a little longer this time, because we're not in a hurry to get to season 4. Because I think it makes most sense to do season 4 with after 3.0 patch. But here's an idea we were also discussing briefly of, and this will be a good one for people like Gavman and Choo Choo and Karvok who do the city plan contest on the regular. We were thinking that it could be cool between season 3 and 4 to have little contests still, but do them in custom settlements. Like pick some of the most, like basically like take all the best made custom settlements and like take a vote among the people who have competed in City Plan Contest in the past to get a consensus on which ones to do, and do contests for some of the custom settlements that are popular. I think that could be fun. What do you guys think? Chichu1, I had some weirdness with Mech Lair. All the doors were still locked and the control room was still locked, and then the final fight started, so it may not be working right. Oh, the contest does not bypass the quest line. I didn't even think to do that. I did not even think of that. You would have to do the quest for sure. There's a mod out there that has like or it's not a mod, it's like a bat file you can download from Nexus to skip past that quest line. I did not even think about that. My apologies. So yeah, we probably aren't getting a lot of Mech Lair entries right now because of that. Yeah, you can. Let me see if I can find it real quick because I've used it before and it works really well. There's a skip Mech Lair bat file on Nexus. If I had more time before my vacation, I would go back and update let's see, skip automatron. I would go back and update the City Plan Contest to skip, but there's no way I'm gonna have time for that. Automatron. Let's see here. Is it automatron unlocked? No, I think that's the buildable stuff. I know I have found a bypass for it. Automatron skip. No, that's not it. Let's see. Skip automatron. Let's just go to Google. Automatron. And I'm doing this not on my main monitor that you guys can see in case I accidentally have tabs open that will reveal stuff about Chapter 3 that I don't want to talk about yet. Because I have a lot of stuff I've been having in meetings with team members and let's see, Fallout 4 skip automatron. A lot of story notes and stuff that are on open up in tabs. Let's see. Here it is, bat files. Here, I'm going to paste this in chat for you guys. Here is these bat files will let you bypass the quest line. Okay, let's see there. Ryukin, hello chat. Gavman, custom settlements sounds good to do. Kyodong, any plans for episodic release of those fun stuff cut content? Stock market sounds fun. So cut content is, we are releasing the cut content, like the quest that started to pop up with Jake talking to me. That's some cut content that's getting patched in on Friday. So that's the first quest. There'll be more stuff like that. I think we have one other quest involving Jake that'll be patched in at some point. It has some system work we have to do before it can come in, before we can get that patched in. And then I'm trying to think of what other content we have that got shelved. There's still some more outfits that haven't been patched in yet for some of the characters. So if you're into the camera outfit collection, there's some more stuff to collect coming. The laser turrets, the high-tech 2x2 martial plot we have that has the big laser cannon that was in our trailers, that is getting some really cool stuff. It's all animated and working, but we brought on a new person onto the team to help us with balancing numbers and stuff, and they were working on that project, and they have disappeared recently. And actually, I sent them out a few messages trying to make sure they're okay, because in the world of wars and COVID, you never know what's going on right now with folks. So we're worried about him. Hopefully he's okay, and hopefully he's just ghosting us or something, as opposed to being injured. That would be preferable for the human sake. It would be a bummer if they were ghosted, but. Yeah, that's all we've been waiting on to get the turrets introduced. We've got basically, instead of just one type of turret, we've got 3 different models for it. So as it levels up, it'll actually improve. And we're going to make that thing player mountable. So you'll be able to like jump in if the settler's not using it and go to town with it. It's really fun to play with. I'm sure we've got other content beyond that. There's other content that's not like cut content necessarily. It's just stuff that got delayed. Like the HQ is getting a ton of features added to it, like tons of more stuff you can do. And I started working on some of it, but it's been like, I have so much time per week to put into bug fixing and so much time for the Chapter 3 stuff to get the team moving. And I've been leaning more toward Chapter 3 right now so that the team can keep moving, and then and bug fixes, because I would prefer to get as many of those in the patches as possible. And then so post-launch content has kind of taken a back seat so far, which is why you haven't seen much of it. Choo-choo, I like the idea of custom settlements as well. Pra had many we could do. Yeah, for sure. Pra's got a bunch of them. XV's got some. Niher's got some. There's a lot of great settlements out there that we could use that I know are done. If they're not done perfectly correct, we know that those folks are active enough in the community or on the team that we could convince them to go fix those issues so that they would make for good contest settlements. So, hey, what is your favorite Bethesda game? Is it safe to say it's FO4? Yeah, it's FO4 for sure. I love Fallout 4 so much. I mean, I love Skyrim as well. Skyrim's a fantastic game. Skyrim, I think definitely does a better job of, like, in subsequent playthroughs, I get more excited about a new Skyrim character than I do about a Fallout character, because, like, going into, you know, you walk out of, what's that town called? You guys know, the first town where that gets attacked by the dragon in Skyrim. I can't think of the name of it for the life of me, but after you walk out of that and you're set free, like, that, there's a special feeling that comes from that, because there's so many different characters you can play, and you can kind of go down so many different lines. You can kind of ignore your backstory, whereas in Fallout 4 it's kind of thrust upon you. So I feel much more excited about potential builds and what I could do in Skyrim than I do in Fallout 4, but I think Fallout 4 adds so many gameplay improvements, and I like the Fallout universe more than Elder Scrolls. So yeah, Fallout 4 for sure. Choo-choo ones, any chance of Niher making some unique weapons for SS2 since he has made several over the years? Yeah, he's definitely doing some more unique weapons for Chapter 3. I don't know how many. I've seen one he's done for sure, and it's a modular weapon. It's really awesome. I don't know how many else he's going to do, because inevitably we end up coming up with, like, interesting utilities that would be more fun as a weapon. Like, for example, that Vitomatic. I just called it Vitomatic again after saying Canon is Vitomatic. Vitomatic is Helgen. Yeah, thank you. Somebody just said Helgen was the name of it. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. The Vitomatic is one of those where, like, we could have done it as just an aid item and had, like, a generic note pop up with that information, but we decided it'd be more fun as a weapon. There's also a weapon you guys have. That's another cut piece of content you guys haven't seen yet. There's a working, I think I talked about this in another stream, there's a working fire extinguisher Niher made for us, where you get to take the fire extinguisher in the vanilla game and actually wield it as a weapon as the player. Excuse me, because one of the mechanics we're going to add is for fires that can start in HQ, and you could actually, if you want, you can set your staff. Mostly it's designed just for something the staff to do, but we also are going to add a little mini game where the player can put out fires with a fire extinguisher just for fun. So that's some extra content that's going to come at some point. I can tell how much I let the NPCs talk today because I still have a full glass of water here. Usually at this point in the stream, I'm like completely, I always give myself 2 giant glasses of water and a cup of coffee. Today it was tea instead, because I told you guys I had chili problems that put my stomach on notice, so I couldn't do coffee tonight, but I still have a full giant glass of water here, so I have clearly not talked much today. If you guys got more questions, make sure you tag me with @KingGath. I think I'm gonna go for about 10 more minutes. I'll call it at midnight tonight. Then I can get a full night's sleep and get back to the grind. I have so much stuff to do in March. So one of the things with Chapter 3 dev is we were trying a different approach where we broke out all of the quests and features by month, and I'm like trying like hell to get my personal March goals done. And it's a lot. I think I was overambitious, and when I set myself the goals, it was before I knew I was going on a vacation. So I'm still trying to pull it off. So I gotta like make sure I get all my sleep and I'm able to function at a high level, because some of the systems we've got coming in Chapter 3 are going to take a lot of my brain power. Starmonk, your next OFO4 mod should be Sim Firefighter. One of the add-ons that I had dreamed up during SS1 days before we went down this like hardcore story route, because like back when I was initially planning out SS1, I always knew I wanted to have a story that would, like, you know, if you read through the future plans of SS1, or you watch I did this video series, I don't even know if it's still up. When I first released SS1, I did this like really long-winded video series talking about like my vision for what some settlements would be, and part of that was to give settlements an overall purpose in the story, so it felt like they had a meaning, and like that's what the SS2 story has become. And of course it's blown up much bigger than I originally anticipated. But before I had all that planned, I had this idea for a kind of it was a mod that was going to do two things. It was going to introduce crazy disasters, and it was going to be very fourth wall breaking. Like we were going to kind of, I always refer to it as the unhinged SS2 expansion, or SS1 expansion, what was planned as Sims Elements expansion that was unhinged. Unhinged being a reference to Magic the Gathering sets where they just went totally meta with it, and it was like all these wonky, goofy rules and stuff. Really, really hilarious and fun. And I thought it'd be fun to do an add-on pack like that. But I don't think it's gonna ever happen. But it was gonna have like things like alien invasions and like rad storm tornadoes and goofy stuff like that. Fires could have been part of it, and then on top of that would have been like really goofy characters. Like it would have been a perfect thing for Frank and Ron Town to be a part of. Like just really off the wall silly stuff that didn't worry about lore or got meta with the mechanics and just kind of had fun with it. Just played around. I thought that could be a lot of fun. Choo-Choo-One, what are you hoping to see tech-wise for Starfield, particularly if you wanted to do some Starfield? I would like to see a few things. I would like better open UI. Like I would like them to get away from Flash, or if they're going to do Flash, add hooks in for modders so that, like they know people are going to mod this, and UI is a very important part of that. Like add the hooks in themselves instead of us having to wait for someone to come up with a hack, because there's a good chance that like the hack that Reg2K found for Fallout 4 might not be available in Starfield. Like they might not have needed, like he used a function that had to do with the Pip-Boy and its pop-ups, and like to hijack that to like hook in his code for HUD framework, and that might not be possible without the script extender in Starfield. So I'm hoping that they've solved that. I know they've talked about a new animation system, which that's awesome. Now that I've gotten hardcore into building big story mods with a big team of people, I would love if they opened up the behavior system so that we could do custom creatures and more custom animations, because right now we're very limited in what we can do. If you guys look at the way like Cola is like a little off, like our small dogs aren't quite right, because we had to use an existing behavior graph. So like we hacked a version of the mutant hound, and that became those dogs, because you can't, for whatever reason, you can't do it to dog meats without breaking dog meat. So we had to use a creature, but with mutant hounds you can do it. It's really weird. It's a whole lot of hackiness. I'd like all the hackiness to go away. So UI, behavior graph hooks, which are let us do really cool animation and custom creatures, I'd like to see, and database support, like some sort of, like right now they rely on these things called actor values on object references, and we use a lot of that to basically simulate kind of data lookups, but it's super inefficient and it can get corrupt in your save. So I would like if they just had some native database support for like big data stuff, because that would make like the things we're doing in some settlements would be way easier if they had that. And then I guess I would also like to see them, and I'm sure they did this. This isn't even a question of whether they did this, but I'm hoping to see way more NPCs per area supported. I think you guys have heard me talk about, maybe you haven't, I've been talking about it a lot with the team lately, but there's a limit of 45 NPCs in an area at the same time accepting AI commands, and I'd like to see that dramatically increased so that we could do, like big towns full of people, or like RTS style gameplay. And right now it's, if you guys have played, any of you have played Conquer or have run into the case when sometimes when you attack towns, there are some number of NPCs that are just standing there letting you shoot them in the face, because, or some of your squad can just end up sitting there because there's just a limitation in how much AI can be given commands at a time. Let's see. Jim Simon, care to share where vacation is? Yeah, I'm going to see my family in Florida. I've got both of my parents. My parents are divorced. They both independently moved to Florida, and then two of my sisters went down there too after they did. So now I've got 4 different people to visit, and my my father-in-law lives down there too. So just 5 different people to go visit down there. So we're just gonna take the kids and romp around visiting family. Ahegyo Comics. I ran into an issue where I switched from automated to the medium middle option in the setup wizard, and the resources tab for the HUD never updated to more complex resources. Oh, I can show you how to fix that. So if you go to, I assume that, hopefully if you're not using MCM, which I know there's a lot of drama around MCM right now. If you're not using MCM, you should be able to do this same thing by crafting this other device. Let me first show you the hotkey method. So first you can set up this cycle resource panel detail level, and that will change that for you, so you can set up that hotkey into it. And then if you don't have that, I think it's at the city planner's desk. Let me throw on God mode here. Let's build this, because I don't know if I actually have one in the save, so we'll just build one. There's a device you can craft to mess with the HUD, because I had to add that for Xbox players, so there's no reason it wouldn't be available to you as well. Tools, which one is it? Does anybody remember what it is? I cannot remember for the life of me what it's called. There is a 100% ability to control a lot of this stuff. I want to say it was City Manager Tools. I think it's this. Yeah, accessing all other SS2A8 items. It's this, City Manager Tools. So I would need a whole bunch of stuff, but build that, and there's a bunch of options to basically access most of the stuff from the hotkeys section. That should let you tinker with that. Try that. But it'll be called Resource Panel Detail Level is what you want to tinker with. Let's see. Choo-choo one, I love the idea of this unhinged expansion. I really hope you can find time for that sometime. Yeah, we'll see. Because like I don't know what I want to do. I definitely could use a break from Fallout 4 after this. So maybe that'll be something I pursue in some other form. But yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. Let's see. Oh, sorry. FYI, my cat normally doesn't care about TV, but loves Let's Play Wednesday with you. Oh, that's great. Let's see, Mythor. MCM is back, by the way. Oh, thank God. I hate. Listen, I get it that some people, you know, don't like the Nexus. Like there's like our own head moderator demanding pulled Creative Clutter from Nexus because of the what's it called, the mod collections. And there's a lot of mod authors that did that. I get that. And I even get when people want to, like, you know, for political reasons want to protest and whatnot, but not when you're a framework mod. Come on, like, you got all these other mod authors who are relying on you. Like, everybody who trusted Nyanka, their faith is now going to be shattered and relying on his mods for anything now, because it's like, oh well, if he, you know, if something goes down he doesn't like, then all of a sudden users can't use my mod either, and that sucks. Like, I will never do that. Like, as far as I'm concerned, like, Sim Settlements 2, and Workshop Framework belong to the community. Like, they are going to exist. You know, like maybe, you know, I'm holding back source code and stuff so that I can keep patching and making sure you guys get the content. But like, eventually, I'm releasing that to the wild because, and like, I will say I own the IP for monetization reasons in the future. But as far as like actually having access to those mods to the users, like those are, I'm not taking those away. You got like too many other mod authors have invested their time. Players are invested. Like, that belongs to the Bethesda modding community now. Choo-choo one, in chapter 3, could we have our faction take certain areas for us, maybe to get resources or bonuses like resource points or capture buildings in RTS games? That's something we're discussing, looking into the possibility of how we can pull that off. It's one of those things that would be really difficult to code, and there's just a lot of stuff behind that. But it's definitely something that we're considering for sure. I think that would be a lot of fun. Because it would be cool to see your faction people all over the place. Speaking of faction stuff, somebody else asked earlier when I was in the middle of listening to an NPC talk and I didn't want to interrupt them. Somebody had asked earlier about faction packs coming with coming to SS2. Faction packs are going to work a lot differently in SS2 than they did in Conqueror, because what we found with Conqueror is a lot of people released faction packs right away, and then very few of those people stuck around and supported them. So then everybody else who thought maybe, you know, like for example, somebody would release like a Railroad faction pack. Well, then now nobody else wants to get involved in a Railroad faction pack, thinking that's already done. And then when that person abandons their add-on, then the Railroad gets left behind. And that happened to most of the major factions. I think the only one that got carried on and kept being updated was were some non-major factions. Like there was one Feral Ghoul faction pack that was really fun, and like a Brotherhood one. And just there was very few that kept updating to keep up with the mechanics and the patches, and I don't want to see that happen again. So we're going to change the way we do it so that if someone abandons it, it will be very easy for someone else to pick up the torch without having to step on the toes of that other person. So it's hard to explain the tech behind it, but it's going to be a little bit different so that we don't end up in a situation like that. Let's see. Mythor, should have tagged you. I made the 08 Venometic mod for you. Fantastic. Post a link. Post it up. Link. Release it. Release it on Nexus. People will love it. That'll get featured in my next mod news video. Chuck Boris. Hi, how are you? I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. Thiago Sunfeld, have you looked at my suggestion on the forum about changing the city plan to work like the quest Who Can ASEM? I like the forming caravan to expand cities, and I think that should be a way. So I read the suggestions as much as I can. I haven't read them in a while. But yeah, usually I will go through the suggestions forums periodically and just go nuts on reading them, but I rarely ever comment on them unless it's to say this idea is impossible, I'm never going to do it. Then sometimes I'll comment and just to like not get, in case especially if I see like a thread where people are like really engaged and a lot of people are participating, like, yeah, let's do this, I might pop in and be like, it's not possible for reason XYZ. But as far as making the city plans work differently, there is a lot coming with city plan stuff. I'm going to be probably, and I don't think I'm going to, maybe I'll do it for the next patch. There's no reason I can't do it for the next patch. Some of the improvements to city plans, like adding back the UI from SS1 where it would tell you your progress, and changing the city plans so they're more likely to automatically build and upgrade without you having to handhold, because that seems to be the case with SS2. You kind of got to get involved for them to kick off. Like, you need to make sure that their recruitment beacon turns on, and you got to make sure that they have a caravan services right away so they have enough junk. And like, I would like to like eliminate those rough spots. Like you guys saw, was it last week or the week before, where I spent like half an hour running around fidgeting with my city plans to get them kicked off. Like, once you get them to a certain state, like Sunshine right now is in a great state. It's doing its thing. It's building up all sorts of stuff. That's where my rare materials are coming from. I would like it to just be automatic. Like, as soon as you plop somebody in and it builds the first level, I'd love if the rest just took care of itself by default. You know, you can have a more involved version for players who want it, but for most people, I think they just expect, I build a city plan, it goes. And then beyond that, there's going to be some hooks through HQ that are going to make, I think, building settlements a lot easier for people who don't want to be so hands-on or who are tired of bouncing around the map traveling. So there's some really cool tools coming to HQ that will help in that vein. So I don't know if that is exactly what you suggested. I don't think I've read your specific suggestion. Yeah, I think some stuff in that vein, though, of the Who Can ASAM style is going to be coming down the pipes for sure. Choo-Choo1, so will SS2 feature faction options for the big four factions of F4? Sort of. So that's part of the place we're changing things. There's going to be... it's hard to get into the faction pack stuff because I haven't coded it yet. It's just in my head, and I might run into some stuff where it's not possible, so I don't want to say too much anymore. I'll just say that they're going to be... we're going to try and make sure that some of the options are available. But again, faction packs aren't going to work the same way they did in Conqueror, so I don't want to get your hopes up for something that doesn't even exist in the form you're thinking of it. So I will just say that having soldiers that look like the vanilla factions will be possible. Well, should be possible, if assuming we get all the work done we need. Should be possible out of the box of Chapter 3. I think that is kind of what people are hoping for. Beyond that, I can't say without going into either spoiler territory or going into territory of I'm over-promising things I can't deliver. And even the looking like the factions, I'm not 100% certain that's coming. It's going to be like it'll be like possible from a system standpoint, but I don't know if our team's going to have the bandwidth to set it all up before launch. I hope they will, though. Mythor, I don't think Link's working here, but it's on Nexus. Okay, awesome. So you hear that, guys? Anybody who's looking for a zero-weight Vitomatic, I feel like I'm changing the name in canon. The Vitomatic waitlist is now available on Nexus. Go snag it. Let's see here. Ageo Comics, thank you for the donation. No message there, but thank you for the donation. That's fantastic. Yeah, any of you guys, just for everybody who knows or who hasn't heard me say this already, if you're throwing money via Super Chat or Patreon or PayPal or however you're doing it, I put the money in a pool and we use it to develop the mod further. I have a decent paying job. I don't need to live on the money, and I would rather just reinvest to make the mod better than to eat better, I guess, because there's some cool stuff we're able to do, like buying fun hardware and whatnot. So thank you, Ageo Comics. Let's see, Alan. Let's see here. Nope, I missed somebody's. Chuck Boris, have you ever considered adding side quests to acquire city plans? Yeah, I've thought about that for sure. The problem is city plans take so much time to make that like hiding them that way is kind of a bummer. And there's a problem of something that PPC players probably don't run into much anymore is the script data limit. So there's a max amount of script data that we can store in our plugins. It's quite a high amount, but city plans eat into it a lot. So every new city plan we add into the base mod puts more pressure on your load order for stuff you can have. And if you've ever run into, a lot of people ran into this during SS1, we've trimmed it down a lot in SS2, so it's not really an issue anymore. But if you were to try installing like every city plan that exists for SS2 right now, your game wouldn't load. You would get into a screen where you'd get the Vault-Tec logo and it would go infinite loading. And that is due to an engine limitation. There are mods for F4SC that bypass this. I think Buff Out 4 does by default, and then there's another mod called Baka Scrap Heap that does it. Both of those will bypass that limitation, but if you're on Xbox or if you're on PC not playing F4SE, if you have too many city plans, you can just get locked out of loading your save. And so we are very careful about putting more city plans into the base mod. Thiago Sunfeld, the forming caravan would help, since to form a caravan it would pick X amount of scrap and the new city would already have a good amount of starting scrap. Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah, that feature, Thiago, is coming exactly to HQ. You'll be able to send a logistics team to go start a city plan for you remotely. But first I have to fix there's a lot of stuff that has to happen before I can get there. Like I have to do the pre-build code for 3.0, and I'll put some of that code into the I'll release it early in the mod, but some of the pre-build, it won't be the pre-build system, but the code that runs it to allow city plans to build from scratch remotely. I have it kind of working because I use it in one of the quests in chapter 2. If you have no other settlements to target for the first gunner attack, then I force a little city plan to build an overland, but it's like really rough code right now. So I got to finish that up before I can allow the logistics team to go set up settlements for you. But that's one of the things HQ is going to do for you. Jim Simon, did something with diseases go bad? I can't get the activation to work, nor does giving them disease cure work. I have to disable the whole thing. So activations, alternate activations are problematic in Fallout 4 because you can only have one alternate per thing. Like, so NPCs are one, and if you have another mod that's adding them, then they all break. And so that's likely what you ran into. And yes, the handing the disease cures has been broken for a while now. I will actually put it on my notes to take a look at tomorrow, because that's kind of a key feature I need to have working, and I just keep forgetting. Disease cure trade. I'll circle that on my list, because that should be, I should get that patched in if I can. I'll look. If it's something easy I can fix, it might just be a typo somewhere or a script I need to recompile. I can get that in for Friday. Choo-Choo1, are you still expecting a few months for HQ stuff for Builder's Toolkit? Yeah, I think I need to get our new content in there before it makes sense for me to release the toolkit. Because if I release the toolkit and then, 2 months later drop a whole bunch of new mechanics on you guys who released HQ stuff, you'll be bummed. So I'd rather, at this point, since it's taken me this long, I might as well wait. But like I said, I'll try and make an event out of it. I'll try and make a trailer for the patch that comes that shows off all the new stuff. I'll hype it up so we can get people some other, because I'm hoping to get a few. I would love to see a handful of people get really hyped on the HQ idea in the add-on community and build a bunch of content for it, because it's a really, really deep system. It is deeper than anything you can do with plots by a long shot. Thiago Sunfeld, I just think the need to go to a settlement and build the desk is a good way. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to take that away. There's always going to be multiple ways to do it. Let's see, Carback, did you let everyone know the Masters for the CB comp is coming up and you need to have an entry to get in it? Yep, we talked about that a little while ago. Gavman, do layouts have scripts active once they complete? No, I don't think so. I think layouts just kind of attach themselves to the city plan, and then there's no more code that runs. And city plans are the same way. Once the city plan hits max level, then there's no more code involved with it. It just kind of idly sits there. Let's see here. Zingio, didn't realize that about city plans. Would it make sense to have a city planless version of SS2? Or does that really not make any sense? We went as close as we could. Like, the city plans we have in there that's part of the reason they're single level in the base mod, is because we needed to make sure the script data was tiny. So they take up very little room script data wise for those single level plans. But yeah, a planless version, I mean, it wouldn't work. You couldn't have a planless version really with, that would make sense for players. We had a city planless version SS1, and it was a constant bug report. So I think it's pretty important we at least have these real bare bones versions in SS2 just to avoid new players being completely confused. Because a lot of players come to the mod and it's the only mod they have installed. They don't know about add-on packs. And searching for Sim Settlements 1 or Sim Settlements 2 in the in-game search gives you back so many results. It's intimidating for new folks. So I think out of the box, we need to have our mechanics covered. Lone Traveler 80. My settlements are not gathering 2 out of the 4 types of scrap in simple mode, even though I have level 3 industrial platform. Is there a way to restart the script? I am not sure what's going on there. I mean, if you're on PC, if you want to go send me a save through our forums, I can take a look. I've never heard of such a thing. And in simple mode, there should only be one type. So I assume you mean category mode, but I get it. We have so many damn terms in this mod, I can see mixing them up. But I assume you mean category mode. So yeah, I would say if you could send me a save file. I've never seen anything like that. Let's see. Chuck Boris, King Gath Settler, please. I have a big thing against being in Fallout 4. People on the team have asked me, other mod authors asked me. I have one small cameo in a mod, and I'll never tell you guys which one it is. If you guys can figure, and I didn't let them put me in the credits. If you guys can figure out where my voice is, I am in one Fallout 4 mod. Very small role. I doubt any of you will find me. Maybe some of you will. But I feel like it's too, because I've got this YouTube channel and I'm always pumping out content with my voice on it related to Fallout 4. I feel like it's going to break immersion too much to hear my voice in game. So I don't like my voice in the game. The one place that some of the team has tried to convince me where I don't want to break, but they might convince me because it would be so much fun, is to voice a DJ for the mod. That would be really fun, but I don't know that I don't know. It feels like it's going to be too immersive breaking for you guys to like imagine me as a character. Like, first of all, I'm not an actor. I don't have those chops. So it's going to feel a little bit weak from a performance perspective. Like, I know a lot of people tell me they like my voice, so maybe that makes up for some of it. But I'm telling you, man, if I have to act as a character and you hear my acting, or my lack of acting ability, I think it'll take you right out of things, and then take you out of it in addition to it being like, oh, that's the guy I hear in the patch note videos. So like, I'm like really against having myself in the mod. Kaz Daddy, there is Rob, who I think is King Gath, always watching you. No, the voice of Robco Rob is, or if you're talking about Rob the Ghoul, that is Sir Rick. He's the lead writer. Or if you're talking about Robco Rob, that is also Sir Rick, ironically. Chuchu1, I have heard you mention Al Chestbreach a few times. Have you ever thought about asking him to voice an NPC? I know you had YouTubers voice NPCs before, so it's not impossible. I mean, we could do that for sure. Maybe Sir Locke, if you're watching, request to get an Al. Al loves our mod. I think he might be down. I actually kind of want to bring. Maybe I'll ask Al if he'll be a guest on my stream one of these nights. He'd be really fun to talk to. He's playing through SS2 right now in Chapter 2. Actually, yeah, he'd be a great guest. I should definitely reach out to him. He'd be fun to talk with. It'd be kind of like old podcasty days. Ravenscar, are you gonna compile SS2 chapter into a single file like with SS3-in-1? No, I am not. We designed the 3-in-1, like that was designed from the get-go with the design of being all as one file for PC, but with chapters 2 and 3, because of the Xbox limitations, we couldn't design the file that way. It's really complicated, but it's limitations with the way Bethesda does some of their stuff. We had to separate them, and merging them together would be a disaster. Guest Eddie, DJ King Gath, please. Velen Love, King Gath. I would love DJ King Gath if there's an HQ radio. Yeah, that maybe we'll see. There is a feature that's done, and I just don't have it enabled yet because I just was like, I don't want to add more load to HQ when we're dealing with all the bugs in it. There's already a way in the code to pipe any radio station you want through the HQPA system, which is really cool. Like with the acoustics that we set up in HQ, it's really fun to hear like Diamond City Radio playing in the main hall. I love that. I can't wait to add that in for you guys to enable. Let's see. Choo-choo-one, all right, homework, everyone. Find King Gath in the mods. Villain Love, King Gath HQ radio station. So is it safe to say perk overhaul mods aren't compatible with SS2 because of the perk checks and dialogue? I have no idea, to be honest with you. I think as long as they didn't delete the original perks, and even if they weren't there, it really wouldn't matter. We always have dialogue available for people without any of the perks. The perks are always an optional dialogue moment. Chuchu1, thank you for the donation. KG for DJ for HQ Radio. Thank you for the donation, man. Let's see here. Michael Floret, could you look at conversion plots a little? There are some minor bugs which you posted on the forum 2 weeks ago. There's also a need for rebalanced cork and lead production. If basically any type of bugs you guys are posting, like complex bugs like that, I need someone to reproduction steps. So if you have reproduction steps like or you have a save that has nothing but SS2 installed, I can take a look at that save. But complex bugs like that, I really need people to have reproduction steps for, or it could burn dozens of hours for me. So I spent a lot of time on conversion. I'm very confident in that code, but if you have a reproducible bug, I absolutely will look at it. And then as far as rebalance, I mentioned earlier in the stream, we recruited somebody to look at balance issues, but I think, like, I know cork was intentionally designed to be hard to get, and lead may have been as well. Cork 100% I know was. We wanted to have some variety in some of the resources, and so we intentionally made some not appear as much as you'd expect, with the expectation that you would have, or with the intention that you'd have to use conversion plots to fill that void. But if there's something wrong with the conversion calculation for cork, that could be a problem. But it's pretty. If you want to go look at our spreadsheet, does anybody happen to have the link I put out for the rebalance of SS2 I did last summer? There's a public spreadsheet for that. I don't remember where it is. I don't have a link handy. But if you want to check my math and see if I fudged it, if I screwed up somewhere on the conversion, but I think it's all very public, so you could tell me if my math's wrong on it with the conversion and whatnot. Like maybe I botched it on letter cork, or maybe we plugged in the numbers incorrectly in the CK. That could be possible. Chuck Boris, DJ King Gath, Edhan, wink wink. All right, guys, I got a couple more minutes in me. I need the next couple of questions, and then I'm gonna go. I was gonna leave at 12, but you guys were on a roll there. Chuchu1, I know you said you like Civ, so I like that HQ leaders kind of work like advisors used to work in that game. Yeah, I love Civ. You're gonna see a lot more Civ inspiration with some of the Chapter 3 mechanics. Ravenscar, Sim Settlements Radio featuring all the hits with DJ King Gath. All right, guys, I'll take next 2 questions, and then I am going to go get some sleep. While I'm waiting for questions, have any of you guys gotten into Elden Ring? I picked it up and I played a couple sessions, and I realized that it is opposite of what I need for when I play video games. Like for me, video games are like my nighttime stress reliever usually, so that I can relax. And Elden Ring is like every time I play it, I'm just like, oh my god, I just want to throw my controller through the screen, because I've never gotten into the Souls games because they just didn't entice me. Like a hardcore game that's punishing, no thanks. But then like with the open world part and watching all the memes and videos of it, got me inspired to buy it. But man, that is not a good game for when I play games. It looks like all I'm gonna get now is DJ King Gath requests. Kez Daddy, thank you for the donation. Wrong answers only. What's under Aiden's eye patch? Wrong answers only. There's a small talking worm that peeks out and insults you. Karvok, not really happy with it. Not really happy with Elden Ring. Yeah. I think it's a really cool game. It's beautiful, and like some of it's very satisfying. Other parts of it I'm really irritated with. Like I really just want, like I keep wanting like features from other games in it. Like if I were modding, if I could mod it, I would already add in like I want more stealth kills. Like I kind of want to play. I want to play stealth assassin in the world of Elden Ring. A lot of people saying thank you for the stream. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, Choo-Choo, I will definitely try that. I think that would be fun. I like him a lot. Okay, cool. Floric, if you've got if you've got some details, just DM me on the forums. I'm unlikely to find your report. Usually the help reports, I have to rely on the rest of the team to like go over those and try and recreate them, or that's all I would do. But if you've got some specific like reproducible bugs for me, or some saves that are SS2 only, I can take a peek. All All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it now. So thanks for joining me tonight. Thanks for putting up with all my beginning of the stream nonsense with me sorting out my equipment. Hopefully that will not be a problem next stream. Just a reminder, next week I will be on vacation, so will not be streaming, but the week after that I should be back in the saddle and on it. And then this Friday we'll have a patch, and then 2.04 will be a week delayed. So it'll be 3 weeks after Friday before you get the next patch. Assuming no other issues crop up. I always have to let real life take the lead, but with a full week vacation, I'm 100% delaying the patch a full week. So, all right, guys, have a good night. I'll catch you on the next stream.